Whoa. Whoa. Why is this on my screen? Whoa. What it do? What it do? Drop some W's in the chat. Let's get this shit going. I've been hype as fuck for this for the past couple weeks. Oh shit. Whoa. Why is this on my screen? I've been hype as fuck for this for the past couple of weeks. This is going to be my last ever class of the year. And the most important one because it's fucking Black Friday, boys. Like, we're coming up on that holiday season. Businesses are spending the most money on ads that they've ever spent during any other time of year. And for someone like a freelance brandscaler, it's the best way to fucking capitalize on it. So I'm ready. I'm stimulant maxing right now. We got some pouches. We got some caffeine. We're ready to rock and roll. I've been prepping this for the past couple weeks for y'all. I've been excited as fuck for this. And I don't do these streams very often. I don't do any streams at all very often, especially not ones giving the whole A through Z roadmap on freelance brandscaling. So we're just getting some shit set up here, letting some more people trickle in before we get into the good stuff. How's everybody's day going? 1 through 10. Give me a number in the chat. How's everybody's day been so far? I guess for some of you on the West Coast, it might still be a little early in the day. It's only, what, 4 p.m. over there? Over here on the East Coast, it's 7. El Nick Addict. Hey, bro. I got to do what I got to do to lock in. You feel me? 2 out of 10. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that. 6. 1 because we're broke. Hey, well, I'm not promising that you're going to make money today and it's going to make your day better. But I can promise that if you actually lock in on this, you can learn the things you need to know in order to start making some money. You just got to lock in. And you all are going to see. I got the Fiji water too. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. 3 out of 10. 3? Damn. Got hit on the head in gym. What were you playing? Dodgeball? Yikes. 9 because you're teaching us the sauce today. You know ball, bro. You know what's good. You know what's good. All right. Are y'all ready? Spam some W's in the chat if you're ready. Let's see. Are y'all really ready? Are y'all really ready? I don't know if y'all are ready as I am. All right, let me put my phone away. No distractions. Y'all should go ahead and do the same. If you don't already, definitely get a notebook out because you're going to want to be taking some notes here and you're going to want to put all distractions aside. I want you guys to like actually focus on this because I put a lot of fucking effort into not only if you guys watch my second YouTube channel, a lot of you guys probably do. I put a lot of effort into those videos and I put a lot more fucking effort into this live webinar. We're going to be here for a while. We're going to go over everything. I'm going to be answering questions at the end. We've got some cool bonuses for you guys at the end. We've got a bunch of cool stuff planned throughout this whole live stream. So hopefully you guys are here to stick around to the end. And hopefully you guys are here attentive, ready to actually learn, ready to get into the deep depths of this. Because not only am I going to walk you guys through the whole playbook and tell you guys the whole playbook, but I'm going to actually like stream my screen just like this. Oh, not like that, like this. And show you guys like live. We're going to scrape some leads. I'm going to show you guys how to find prospects, how to reach out to those prospects. I'm going to show you guys how to actually run ads for them once you close them as a client. Literally like everything A through Z. How long is the live? However long it ends up being, I wouldn't worry about that right now. I would pre-recorded. This is not pre-recorded, free baller. I wouldn't be too worried about that. We'll go for as long as we want to go. I'll sit here and answer questions all day long. So I've been prepping for this. I'm ready for this, and I'm ready to give you guys my full attention and show you guys literally everything A through Z. So without further ado, let's get into the good stuff. If this hurries up and loads. All right, boom. Are y'all ready? Where should I put my camera? Where do you guys prefer my camera? Bottom right, top left, maybe top left. We'll start with it there. Hopefully that doesn't block out anything on the screen. But this is gonna be the Q4 locked fucking masterclass. Like I said, I want to like preface that this time of year is literally like the time of year to capitalize on the business model of freelance brand scaling. Like businesses are spending more money on ads than they do any other season because it's the holiday season. Like take a random brand, for example, like they're trying to push their product more and more and more for holiday season because it's a proven statistic that more people spend money during this time of year, whether it's for Christmas gifts or whatever it is. People are statistically proven to spend more money this time of year, which means marketing companies spend more money on marketing because there's higher odds that they have a wider variety of customers, as well as people are just more enticed to spend money this time of year. So marketing companies obviously are literally eating off of all of that because these businesses are investing so much money into ads. They have so much budget to play with, which allows them to get more results, which allows the marketing company, the freelance brand scaler, to actually get paid more. So today we're going to learn how to sign your first or next client. Maybe some of you guys already have clients and get paid to run their ads. So let me quit yapping. Let's actually dive into it. Maybe if this works. There we go. All right, so before we get into it, a lot of you guys know who I am. I would imagine probably all of you have seen me before, but maybe you haven't, and that's honestly perfectly fine. You're here regardless because you probably saw one of my ads or someone told you about this masterclass. You heard about it through the grapevine, whatever. Why does this not work? Okay, there. I gotta use the space bar. Either way, let's cut the shit. You're here because you want to make money online, and you're tired of all the bullshit. Am I right or am I wrong? Yes or no in the chat. Let me know. Now, the purpose of this call. I'm going to show you what the fuck freelance brand scaling even is. A lot of you probably know what it is. Maybe you don't. Here, I'm going to move my camera over here. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. A lot of you probably know what freelance brand scaling is. Maybe you know like very basic information about it. Maybe you know a lot about it. Maybe you already have a client. But regardless, we're going to go over what exactly it is in depth. We're going to go over why this skill is literally one of the best ways you could start earning money, and why right now is the best time all year to actually start doing this and start taking action and doing it. You're going to learn exactly what you need to do to start signing clients as soon as this week, and how to do all this without needing any prior experience, a ton of upfront capital, any tech skills or fancy skills at all, a college degree, a portfolio, just like all of these guys. So some of the members of the ERT, people absolutely crushing it, signing clients on their first day, signing their 5th client, their 6th client, getting paychecks from clients, client results, whatever it is. And at the end, I'm doing a live Q&A session to answer all of your questions. Like I said, I'm willing to sit here all fucking night and just answer questions for you guys. Plus a special one-time opportunity to shortcut your results by working directly with me. Never offered something like this before, so stick around. Quick disclaimer. Statistically speaking, whoa, what was that little animation? Most of you here are going to get off this masterclass after it ends. You're going to do nothing with the information and achieve absolutely zero results. Any numbers or references to income made in this presentation are simply projections of what is possible. Nothing is promised or guaranteed, just like anything else in life. You are a big boy or girl. You know how this works. You put the work in, you see results. If you don't, then you don't. Now, you might be wondering, what the fuck is freelance brand scaling? Here's a bird's eye view of how brand scaling works. You run ads for a business. They pay you a percentage of the results you generate. For example, if you generate a business $50,000, you take 10% of that $50,000, you get a check for $5K. A percentage of the ad spend you manage is another way that you could charge your potential clients. Say you spend $50,000 in ads that month. Let's say you're going to take 10% of that. Again, that's going to be $5,000. Now, another way you could charge your clients is like a flat retainer. Before even doing any of the work, they pay you upfront for it. Say they pay you a $2,000 a month retainer. Or a combination of the above. For example, They pay you 1,000 up front and then 5% of the ad spend. Majority of my clients within my agency pay us on this. They pay us a flat retainer up front per month, and then we take a percentage of the results that we generate. So I have a lot of clients who pay me $5K a month up front, and then say we generate them like $100K. We get another $5K if we're taking 5% of the ad spend. It just kind of depends on every client. Usually when it like actually comes to signing a client, you kind of mutually agree to whatever is comfortable for that client, because your goal is to make the client happy, right? Your goal isn't necessarily, obviously your goal is to make as much money as possible, but there's like a wall between being too greedy and then like complying with the client to kind of do what makes them feel comfortable. There's kind of a middle ground, you know? So you gotta work that client to sign them on whatever is the most comfortable on both ends. Anyways, that's it. Your job is just to set up the ad campaigns, monitor the numbers, collect your checks. Now, my first ever freelance brand scaling client years ago was someone else's clothing brand. I generated them $30,000 on Black Friday. So I took home $3,000 as my cut. And the best part is you can stack 5, 10, 15. I've even seen up to 25 clients as a one-man show. When I was like first getting into freelance brand scaling, quick little side story here, I guess. I was a freelancer for about a year. The whole kind of goal as a freelance brand scaler is to shift from being a freelancer, which is essentially meaning like you are your own business. You run your own business. You are your own business, into having a full-fledged agency. Eventually you get to the point where, you know, you start to stack up 5, 10, 15, 25 clients. You can't really manage all of those on your own anymore. Now, 25 clients could be making you, you know, 80, 100 grand a month, whatever it is. But the problem is that your service delivery is going to start to drop because you have so many clients to manage. You're going to have less time to do outreach and sign more clients. You're going to have less time to do everything. So you start to hire some people to work underneath you and delegate some of this work out to some of these people. And then you kind of transition from like freelancer into agency. And obviously that's what I've done over the last like 3 years, is take that branch from freelancer into agency, where now I have employees who work for me, who manage communication between my clients and I, who actually are internally in the ad accounts running ads. And I'm kind of, you know, in more of a position where I'm just kind of above it all, just like directing the whole thing. But for my first year getting into this, I was doing it all solo. And I got to the point where I think I had like close to 25 clients all on my own. And it got to be a fucking lot of work, but it was a lot of fucking money. And I still to this day, obviously love doing what I do. It's an amazing job. Now, all while working from your laptop from anywhere in the world. You don't even have to create or film the ads. The business owner films and creates the ads based on your guidance, allocates a budget for the ads using their own money. So you're not paying for the ads. Realistically, getting into freelance brand scaling, there's no costs like any other business models, like drop shipping, where you have to, you know, buy products to test, or trading, where you have to use your own money to risk in a trade, or crypto, where you know, have to invest your own money again. There's realistically like no cost getting into freelance brand scaling besides your time. That is the only thing. Now, it's the best beginner-friendly business with high scalability and low capital risk, just like I mentioned. Built entirely off of one simple skill: running profitable ads, which is exactly what we're going to learn how to do today. Now, it's another student result, signed like in his first like month or two, a week actually, signed a multi-million-dollar company as his client. So all he has to do now is run ads for them and generate them an extra $100K a month, which should be pretty damn easy considering they're a multi-million-dollar company. He could be making 5, 10K a month off that one client. Now, it's allowed me to go from completely cooked, essentially, fat kid from a town of 9,000 people, shitty student. I wasn't the best student because I was just focused on learning all of this shit while I was in school. Not that I recommend getting bad grades, but I was decent at Fortnite, chopped, working at a golf course for minimum wage while simultaneously doing all of this stuff. And I tried pretty much every business model you can think of and failed at all of them. Drop shipping, crypto, NFTs, trading, literally anything and everything. Now, to becoming obviously the Brez that you guys see and know today. 6-figure per month ads agency, travel wherever with my homies, able to give back to my community, slightly less chopped. I don't know. Am I mogging? All right. Cool cars, obviously. Aventador, GT3 RS, Mansour G-Wagon, M3 Comp, Trackhawk, blah, 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 blah. Nobody cares about that shit. But I failed a bunch of times before discovering freelance brand scaling. Why? Because I tried a bunch of the other whack business models that most people also start when trying to make money online, such as dropshipping, e-com, required money and skills I didn't have. Product research, web design, creating good ads constantly, need budget to test ads until you find winners, copywriting, dealing with manufacturers. There's so many skills and things that play a role in your success with these other business models. Crypto and NFTs. Need to start with a lot of money. Literally gambling. Refresh Coinbase 500 times a day, watching my money disappear. Not developing any useful business skills. Day trading, same thing. Gambling, less than 1% of people are profitable. You're not TJR. Takes years to become the 1% that are profitable, and you're realistically not learning any useful business skills besides maybe some investing stuff. But if you don't have money to invest, why is that skill even valuable? Exactly. Now, clothing brand, took months of going back and forth with manufacturers to get samples made. Took even more time to make the product good enough to sell. Still needed a huge amount of upfront capital to start with. Minimum order quantity was like 500 pieces, bro. I was slaving away at my golf course job trying to save up money to be able to fund my clothing brand. Quick little story, actually. I went to go do this podcast today with PB Trading and Daddy Wellness. Maybe you guys know him. And we're standing outside of the podcast studio. I'm about to leave, like saying peace out to these guys. And this guy comes up to me, like in the middle of Design District, if you guys know what that is. It's like a huge shopping area in Miami. And this dude comes up to me and starts like just yapping, telling me about how he's trying to start this clothing brand, whatever, and asks me if he can have money to buy a laptop. And I'm like, bro, first of all, this guy's like grown-ass man, by the way, probably like 40, 45, 50 years old. And I understand not everyone's in a position where, you know, they just have the money to go and buy a laptop. But this guy comes up to me and he's asking me for the money to buy a laptop. And I'm like, listen, dude, if you spent your time trying to learn a skill that's valuable and that can be used to create an income instead of going around the streets begging for money, long term, you're going to be a lot more successful than you would be going around the streets begging for money. And he, for whatever reason, got really fucking offended by that. I don't know why. He started like calling me a bitch and telling me to take my money and wipe it up my ass. And I was being like very respectful to this guy, like trying to genuinely give him some advice because I wasn't going to sit there and give him $1,500 for a MacBook. Fuck do I look like? Anyways, I basically told this guy, like, yo, bro, like, use this time instead of begging people for money on the streets. Like, go actually do something valuable with it. Become the person you need to become in order to achieve the result that you're looking for. And again, he got offended by that and went off and was telling me to go fuck myself and take my finger and shove it up my ass. And I told the dude, God bless you. Have a great day, brother. And he just kept coming back and yelling at me. Anyways, the point of that story is to tell you guys, like, if you're in that position, like, all you have to do is spend your time wisely working on things that allow you to become a better person. Random little side story there, but back to the clothing brand stuff. The business was doing okay until manufacturer took $60,000 and ran. I was cooked beyond belief. Okay, I see the chat moving way too fast right now. Y'all gotta lock in and stop typing in the chat. Focus. Majority won't do nothing. Minority will take action. Outliers are studying this entire webinar. I mean, yeah, bro, like, end of the day, like, the people who are going to make it are the ones that are locked in, like, actually focusing on this right now and, like, actually, like, learning how they can use this information to, like, become the person they want to become, because this is real information. I wouldn't sit on YouTube and tell you some bullshit and waste hours of my time. Like, my goal is to help you guys. Anyways, wait. Notice how I said the clothing brand was doing okay. What happened to my slides? Oh, that's because the ads for my clothing brand actually worked. I was making sales from all the ads that I was running for my clothing brand, but I never thought about running it as a standalone skill. Then it became obvious. What if I could run ads for other people's brands? What if I didn't need to deal with inventory, manufacturing, customer service, building funnels, complicated skills, or any of this bullshit to actually make good money? Why is freelance brand scaling the best business model? You piggyback off of the success of someone else's business. You don't have to deal with the shitty side of business. All of the different moving parts, like I just went over. Someone else has already done all of that hard work. All you have to do is pour gasoline on the fire, aka run ads for them. And I realized this. Long story short, I had a clothing brand. I scaled it to multiple six figures. I hired a marketing agency to run ads for me. They were charging me a bunch of money. And I was looking at everything that they were doing inside of the ads manager. And I was like, this does not look that hard. Like I can figure out how to do this. And so I made a commitment to myself that I was going to fucking figure out how to do it. I fired them. I logged into the ads manager and I had my best month I had ever had with my clothing brand by running my own ads. Now at this point, I'm like, holy shit, like I know how to run ads for my own clothing brand. Why can I not go do exactly what this marketing agency was doing and do it for other businesses and charge them for it? So that's exactly what I started doing. I realized that I could piggyback off of the success of someone else's business and not have to deal with the bullshit side of the business and just do what I was good at and make money doing it. Now, you see, I never cared about changing the world. I didn't actually give a fuck about starting a business or creating some life-changing product or becoming the next Jeff Bezos. I just wanted to make money and be free. From the get-go, that was my only goal, was like my own freedom and sanity. You guys probably agree, I would imagine. All right, I see a lot of ones. All right, bunch of old client results from, I think these are like around the time I was first starting. Freelance brand scaling allowed me to focus on one thing, running ads, and make enough money to do whatever the fuck I want. And I realized quickly there are millions of businesses out there trying to sell products and make money. They all need someone to run ads online for them. Proven statistic here. This is from AI Google. There's over 33 million small businesses in the US, with a total number of businesses in the country being higher depending on the data source and year. So constantly more businesses are evolving and evolving and evolving. And things like college and school and the traditional route are becoming more and more and more fucking irrelevant. The problem is most of these 33 million businesses suck at running ads. They suck at the actual like back-end business numbers side of things. Ads. I mean, okay, realistically, let's look at an ad like this. How many times have you seen how many times have you been on social media and seen an ad that looks exactly like this? Like, fuck even is this? You gonna buy this ring from this ad? Hell no. Or you see some shit that sounds and looks like it was created by a boomer. Like, who the fuck is actually buying this shit when they see this ad? No one. Literally no one is buying this shit. Not a single soul. That's the problem with most of these old-ass business owners that don't understand how social media works. But you guys, for the most part, understand what looks good and what doesn't on social media. You guys probably sit on your phones and scroll for at least an hour a day. Like, you understand the concept of what actually entertains a consumer versus what doesn't. You understand social media because you use it every day. You've been using it your whole life. You grew up with it and it's like second nature to you. And as a result, you know what the fuck works. You know what's good. So businesses are willing to pay you if you can bring them the results that they're looking for. Now, due to how simple this model is, you can see results even as a complete beginner because all it takes is your time to actually learn how to run ads, not your money that you probably do not have much of. Make sense? Make sense? Make sense? Why that emoji? Sorry. Just like James, who makes 15 to 20K a month at 20 years old while still attending college. Like, a lot of you guys watching this are probably in college right now. Imagine you were in college making 15 to 20K a month. James has been in the ERT for, I want to say, about 6 months now. He's actually part of, long story short, we're doing a big event out here in Miami for all like the ERT members where they're coming to Miami. He's one of the people that won. But he has like 20 clients doing 15 to 20K a month consistently while in college. Or Jose, who literally just graduated high school this past spring. So like what, 5-6 months ago now. And is making 60K a month. When he first joined, he was making 10. Now he's scaled to 60. Or Tanner, who's made freelance brandscaling his full-time gig and makes 10 to 15K a month. These are real people. I'm only putting this on this slideshow to show you guys what's actually achievable. Do these people look any different than you? Does Tanner look any smarter than you? No offense, Tanner, but probably not. That's no shot to Tanner, but I'm just saying, does the dude even on the left, me, look any fucking smarter than you? No. These are real people who have achieved the result. I just want to put that out there to show you guys what's actually possible. Now, everything I just told you is great and all, but here's why tonight is even more crucial for you. You see, the holidays are coming up. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas, New Year's. And this is when the most money is spent on advertising. From Google, for businesses, Q4 means the fourth and final quarter of the year, October through December, a crucial period for maximizing sales due to holiday shopping, finalizing year-end financial reporting, and planning for the next year's budget and strategy. So most of these companies like have budgets set aside that they have to put forth towards marketing come the end of the year. They have to spend all that money regardless. But there's a lack of skilled marketers who can deliver for these businesses. That means right now there is a wide open opportunity for you to scoop up clients and get them amazing results. And now I'm going to show you exactly how to do that from scratch. You guys ready? Just like I did for Ben, who's making thousands of dollars per day. Or Ryan, who signed his first e-com client in his first week. Or Jan, who signed his first 4 clients in his first month. Or Glaze and Capri, who signed their first clients in their first 24 hours. 24 hours. By the end of this training, you'll know the exact system to get your first freelance brand scaling client fast. How to run ads that actually get them results so they keep paying you, because that's the most important part, right? How do I keep these clients so that I can keep this income flow consistent so that if I want to go buy whatever the fuck, I still have that money. I'll always be making more money. How to capitalize on the Q4 gold rush happening right now. Normally, I charge a lot of money to do calls just like this, but one-on-one. So I need you to take this seriously. Again, like we talked about earlier, the people who actually take this serious versus the ones who don't are the ones who achieve the result they want to achieve versus the people who don't. It's that simple. So pretend you just sent me a Venmo for $4,000 for the sauce I'm about to give you. I know obviously you didn't send me $4,000 for this. It was free. But I want you guys to pretend as if you just spent a bunch of money to be on this live class. Because for a lot of you, you need to do something like that in order for you to be able to actually take it serious. So, no more yap. Type 6-7 in the chat if you're ready to lock in. Here's what I need from you right now. Close all other tabs. I know I said this before I started, but I want to make sure we're on the same page. Close all other tabs. Put your phone on silent. Grab something to take notes with. Write down questions you have as we go through this, and we're going to be answering them all at the end. And the people who pay attention tonight and take action after, they're the ones who actually see the results. This is the exact process I would go through again if I were starting from scratch. I'm going to teach you how to find businesses that need your help and are willing to pay you for it. I'm going to teach you how to reach out to them in a way that actually gets responses. And I'm going to teach you how to get on a call with them and close the deal. and how to actually run ads for them that make them money so they keep paying you every single month over and over and over again. Whoa. Pillar number 1. Where does it all start? Well, first, we got to find a fucking business that needs us. So, how do we do that? Any and all businesses can use digital marketing to help grow their sales and their conversions. The main business types we help with freelance brand scaling are businesses that have a digital storefront, e-commerce, and then service-based businesses that need leads to close deals, lead generation, right? So 2 different types of businesses, e-com clients, lead gen clients. Do not think clothing brands are the only option. That's just what got me into freelance brand scaling and how I kind of discovered it. Now, some examples of some different types of businesses that we could look for when trying to find a quality client. On the e-com side, obviously we have apparel and streetwear, fitness and activewear, beauty, pet products, home decor, jewelry, tech accessories, outdoor, hobby, eco-friendly, any sort of online brand, right? Any sort of e-com brand. They're selling a product online. Then we have service-based businesses. Roofing companies, HVAC services, home cleaning services, landscaping, pest control, dentists, personal trainers, chiropractors, med spas, home remodeling, contractors. A lot of you right now, if you think about it, probably either know someone or know someone who knows someone who has one of these businesses, right? Like you could probably think of someone in your mind who has either some sort of landscaping company, home cleaning service, roofing, something within that realm, right? You could use those to give you leverage to sign as your first client. So again, another proven statistic, there's 33 million small businesses in the US alone that can use your digital marketing services. So this isn't saturated. You're just not being creative. But I'm going to go in depth how you can actually find the businesses that need you, as well as how you can properly pitch them to where they're actually going to pique interest and where it's going to make it a lot easier to close the deal. So how do we actually find these businesses? Well, number 1 is scraping leads. Scraping leads means collecting contact information from websites to create a database of potential business leads. Now, in a little bit here, I'm going to show you guys live. I'm going to do this with you guys and walk you through it. But let's go a little more in depth on this. There are a few ways to scrape leads, right? Number 1 would be manually scraping these leads, and number 2 would be using a software to scrape leads. So scraping them manually could be like Google, just like researching businesses. Bro, maybe, like I said, if you know someone or you know someone who knows someone who owns a business, maybe it's literally just calling those people in your contacts. Like, I think that that's a great opportunity for your first client. But another way is using softwares. There's a lot of softwares out there where you can literally kind of tell the software like what types of businesses you want to scrape leads, like the business owner, etc., etc. We'll go more in depth on that. But yeah. So scraping manually scraping leads means finding and collecting contact information for potential clients or customers by hand without using automated scraping tools. So literally just doing it by hand, which that's what we're going to walk through. Now, using platforms like Instagram, Google, Facebook, and LinkedIn that fit your target audience. Manually collect and record following data: the name of the business, the website, the email, the social handles, the phone number, all of the contact information and the data you would need of that business to actually like have it all collected and be able to like go and reach out to that business, right? And I'm gonna show you guys kind of how to organize all this, how to keep it like very clean and laid out on a spreadsheet. And I'm gonna give you guys a spreadsheet you can use as well. I have a template for you guys that I'm gonna give you all for free. Now, scraping automatically with softwares. There's softwares out there like Apollo.ai, Hunter.io, Appify.com, and many more that make the lead scraping process faster, more efficient, and often like more data rich. Some people prefer to do it manually. Other people prefer to use a software. You know, software obviously does cost a little bit of money, like $100 a month or whatever. So some people, you know, beginner getting into it are just using the resources they have if they don't have $100, which is totally okay. But yeah, so how do we actually like use one of these Apollo.ios to automatically scrape leads? Now, I'm not going to show you guys like live. I'll walk you through the steps. I'll show you guys live how to manually scrape leads because I know that's like more budget friendly for a lot of you. Maybe you don't have $100 or don't want to spend $100 on a software yet. You want to sign your first client, use your profits to, then sign your first client, or sorry, use your profits to then buy the software and scrape more leads, right? Because it's very easily achievable to be able to sign your first client without using this. Anyways, so you're going to set up your account, choose plan, free trial, apply filters on what businesses and or employee you want to scrape. So for example, you can scrape based off the job title. It could be like the founder, the CMO. You can scrape off the industry. So apparel, fashion, consumer goods, landscaping companies, roofing companies. You can scrape the company size. So generally speaking, like a company with 50 employees, odds are they probably already have a marketing guy hired versus like, companies has like 1 to 10 employees. Odds are they probably don't have a marketing guy hired. So if you want to go for, bigger businesses that might be harder to sign but have more reward, you can kind of set your filters up to do that. If you want to sign a client that's smaller and easier to sign, but maybe not quite as much cash flow from that client, you can scrape smaller businesses. And then you can scrape based off like technologies that they use, like softwares they use for their business, Shopify, Klaviyo, Meta, Pixel, whatever. You can scrape off revenue range. So if you want to scrape businesses that are doing roughly 50K a month, you can. If you want to scrape businesses that are doing $1 million a month, you can, right? So the location would be like United States or state, city. You can specify it down to just like zip code. So if you want to get like really specific with like landscaping companies in your zip code, you can do that, right? So just like landscaping companies only in your little, say you're in a small town of 10,000 people, you can scrape landscaping companies just within that little small town. You guys get the point. Now, you're going to review and then save all these leads like into a sheet so you have them all organized. Say you scrape your 1,000 leads and you sit down at your desk, you're like, boom, I'm ready to reach out to all these businesses for the next 2 hours. I'm about to outreach 200 different brands. You have them all organized in a sheet. I'm going to give you guys that sheet in a little bit here. Once we get into like the live segment of me actually showing you guys how to scrape leads. So when scraping manually or with a software, it's important that you find the following information: the business name, the owner email, the phone number, and the business website. Without this information, it's hard to convert on outreach as well as build trust with the potential customers. Like you want to do your research a little bit about the business before you reach out. Because what if you like finally get on the phone with like the business owner and he starts asking you questions about his business that like you don't know the answer to? You're just like, oh shit, like the fuck do I say to this? So you want to just do like your due diligence of like a little bit of information about the business, and you just want to have all that info like handy and organized on a sheet. I think organization is huge when it comes to just like doing outreach. So I made this sheet to like give you guys. But you're going to want to track all the leads you scrape. So using the following sheet, I'll give this out at the end. Input all crucial information in this tracker. Make sure you track all leads you scrape and reach out to so you can measure performance, stay strong on follow-ups, and know where each lead stands in the closing stage. So say, you make your cold call, you get contact with him, or you touch, I don't want to get too far ahead until we get into some of the cold calling stuff. I'll just leave that as that for now. We'll get more into that. Now, let me actually we're going to just for a little bit here go in and actually start to do some manual lead scraping. So let me get like this tracking sheet pulled up here, and I'm going to live show you guys like how you can actually go and kind of find these first couple of businesses. Let me make sure. All right. Boom, boom, boom. So, all right. Y'all can see, covering up the presentation a little bit. My apologies. How are we feeling, y'all? Everybody good? Y'all following along? All right. So this is going to be like the outreach sheet that I'm going to give you guys. So essentially it can kind of just help you organize. We're going to have like the business name, well, the name of the owner of the business, if we can scrape that, the name of the business, the website, the email, the Instagram, the Twitter, and then this Loom, which we're going to get into a little bit more, is that'll make more sense in a second here. But if you guys know what like Loom is on laptop, it's like to record your screen. You can record like a little video. Like a lot of times we use Loom as a method of outreach to contact these businesses. We'll send them like a Loom video in an email. So all we're going to do, right? Let's pretend we're looking for landscaping businesses, right? I'm in Google right now. Landscaping businesses near me. You know, obviously I'm in Miami here. So we're just going to look at some of these first ones that pop up, right? This one's got 4.8 stars, 100 reviews. Odds are it's probably a decent sized business. We're going to click on this. Okay, so we can see there's no website here. We can go ahead and click. What is this VPN doing? Get phone number. Boom. Already got his phone number. So we're going to go to back to here. We're going to copy his business name. What was that so big? Boom. So we got his business name in there. Now we're going to get his phone number. Easy as that. Boom, boom. We're going to put, well, I guess I don't have phone number on here. I got to add that as a column. I wonder why a company like this doesn't have a website. Kind of interesting, right? But this is where you can expand your freelance brand scaling. Maybe you hire a business partner who builds websites. You could call this number and pitch him on a website as well, like a package deal of running his ads on his website. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, what else? Message will probably just take us to, yeah. This will probably send them an email, I would imagine. Redirect to their email. Typically replies within 1 day. So it looks like this is probably all the information that we can get. Considering they don't have a website, we can't get any info about their website. All we got is their phone number and their name. No website, nothing. So not a bad lead here. Like we can call this number. Odds are it might kind of be a dead end. But who knows? Maybe they answer the phone right away and it's the business owner that answers the phone directly. Or maybe we can email them and we get a response within a day. Now on to the next one. No website either, but again, we've got his number. So boom, back to the lead sheets, paste his name, business name, paste the phone number. Boom. Again, yeah, no website, nothing. Interesting how these businesses have no website, but they're like top of the list when you type in landscaping companies near me. This one again, no website, but literally all we can get is the name and probably can get the number for this one too. Yep, easy. Boom, we already got 3 leads to reach out to via phone number. Sucks that you can't really get an email. Other than if you go to this message, that's like, it doesn't publicly show their email, but you can go to this message button and I mean, that'll redirect to their email. So I guess we could just mark like their email is on Google listing. That way we can come back to it and be like, oh yeah, we had the message option on their Google listing. I'll try to send them an email through that. Let's see if we can find one with a website here. Why do none of these motherfuckers have websites? See, like the landscaping niche is pretty solid, bro, because a lot of these dudes aren't evolved at all when it comes to like marketing as a whole. So it's pretty easy to like pitch these dudes and they're like ecstatic at the fact that, oh, like we can run ads. I've never done that before. Like they've tried it before and it hasn't worked for them. Like they tried it on their own. So you can easily just like pitch these dudes and be like, bro, like I'll make a guaranteed offer that like I'll get you X results or you don't have to pay me anything. You know, like it's easy work. All right, this isn't a landscaping company, but they have a website, so we'll use this. This is a pool. What is this? Pools and outdoors construction. So like backyard remodeling. So it's like construction niche. Get his name. Okay, what? All right, his phone number's on here. Get that, collect that, paste that to our sheet. Website URL. Just redirects to his website. Boom, paste this in the sheets.
You're not showing your phone number, are you?
No.
You're not getting called or anything?
Huh.
All right.
No. Email, let's see if we can scrape that. Odds are it's probably at the bottom of the website. Yep, there it is. Wait, no. Oh yeah, that is their website or their email. Boom. Make sure these phone numbers match. Because there sometimes is two different phone numbers, one that's on the Google listing and then one that's actually on the website. Y'all following along though? This makes sense. Pretty fucking easy, right? You leaked your shit. I did not leak my shit. Stop trolling, bro. Lock in for real. All right. So we got their number, we got their email, we got their website. Let's see if we can get the business owner's name, because the business owner's name will help you a lot, because what you can do is when you reach out to the business, you can use his name. You know, say his name's Dave, like, and you call that number and you're going to try to like pitch him. You'll be like, hey, Dave, like right away, that's going to lower his guard, you know? So we want to try to find his name. Maybe on the About Us section. At Elegance Pools, we believe your backyard should be more than an outdoor space. 13 years. See, so, you know, this is why you do research on a business like this, because here's like their message to their customers. Like, they're about more than construction. We believe your backyard should be more than just an outdoor space. You can like use that same terminology in your pitch when you're calling them. Like, dude, I would just, you know, love to whatever, help you guys. Oh, shit. Oh, I thought that was going to be the business owner. I would love to help you guys remodel more people's backyards and give them the home of their dreams. Like, my goal in business is just to help more people, man. Okay, so it doesn't look like we're going to be able to actually scrape the business owner's name. I thought possibly it would be in his About Us section, but it's not. So nothing there. Instagram, do they have any socials? Contact page. Okay, this is to get an estimate. So, oh, Instagram. So you could try to DM them on Instagram. Oh shit, I'm probably leaking my stuff. All right, I don't want to go on my Instagram, but that'll redirect to his Instagram. And you can shoot him a DM on there. So say, now we have 3 ways to contact that business. We have 1, his email, 1, his phone number, 1, his Instagram. You guys following along? Yes, pretty easy. Fire. Fire, fire, fire. Can't you just look the CEO up? I mean, yeah, you could. You could, if you want to go that far. You could even use like, what is it? Whatever website to like look up people's LLCs, and you could see who the LLC owner is. So like say, I don't know, their LLC isn't always the same as like their public business name, you know? So I didn't want to like tell you guys to do that and then having you guys like look up the LLC and get the wrong names, and then it fucks up your outreach. Should I keep going with this, or you guys understand this? Like, pretty damn easy, right? Pretty damn easy to find your first client or two. Yes, easy. Yes, easy. All right. Sounds good. See, that's why I said we probably won't do this for long, because it's actually like that fucking easy. All right, let me get back to the slides then. We got some more live stuff to go through too. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to actually like set the ads up as well. But back to the slides. Everybody good? Seems like y'all are chilling. I need to drink my Fiji. Yeah, that's cool. Yes, sir. Pre-recorded. This is not pre-recorded. All right. So Kobe used this exact same strategy to sign 12 paying clients in a month. His agency now sits at 20 plus clients. This dude's from Serbia as well. Like, he's from like one of the poorest countries in America. Holy shit, I just said poorest countries in America. Poorest countries in the world. So in his first month, he signed 12 clients. First month. And now his agency sits at 20 plus. Pillar 2. How to get in contact with these businesses. So now obviously we have that lead information scraped. And the third step is to actually start reaching out to these businesses. Now, there's a few different ways to start getting in contact with businesses in order to close them as clients. Number one, cold calling with your business before to pitch your product or service. Cold calling, you're reaching out to a cold lead. Lag, we still here? We back. Oh boy. We good? Yeah, all right, cool. Sorry about that. So cold calling gets you direct access to the decision maker. Odds are, like, when you dial that phone number, like when we dial that phone number of that pool company, it'll go straight to the business owner. Two, it builds instant relationship. It's faster than email, and it's great for qualifying leads fast. Can cut through the noise of saturated inboxes. Like, those pool guys probably get multiple emails per day of people who are just filling out their contact us thing on their website. So like your email could, get lost in that inbox, or they don't respond to it as fast. Cold calling like gets you direct access to them. So you use your data scraping. Like, how do we actually cold call? Use your data scraping to call phone numbers. So you're going to prep your script. Now, I don't want to say script necessarily, because I'm not like a huge believer in having like a cold calling script that you follow word for word. I'm more of like a believer in having a framework that you follow along with and kind of let the conversation flow naturally from there. So you're going to have like a framework of what you say, what you cover, what you go over on that cold call. But I just want to like put it out there that I personally am not like a firm believer in a script. I think that just having a framework and kind of letting the conversation flow naturally is better, because a lot of people, especially beginners, tend to, get their cold calling script, and when they make their calls, they literally read off the script word for word and sound like a robot, which like is the worst thing you can do. You want to just have the conversation flow naturally and feel like a normal person to that person you're calling. If you start to read off a script, you start to sound robotic. It just does not sound good and professional, right? Now, when you're cold calling, you're going to want to be able to learn how to expect rejection. Like, odds are a lot of these businesses you're going to cold call are going to hang up on you, are going to tell you to fuck off, are going to tell you anything and everything. I've basically seen it all now. So just handle it well, bro. Just be like, yep, that isn't a good lead. On to the next one. That's just part of the game. Track every single call you make. You could even journal every single call you make. You hear all the time about people emphasizing journaling. Like, when you're cold calling, journal after every single call what went well, what went wrong, what you need to improve on. And then end of the day, you could review all those, just an idea. Now, prepping your scripts and flows will help your calls stay focused and clear. Again, not a firm believer in scripts, more of a framework. Your scripts should not be read word for word. Use them as a guide to avoid a robotic sound. Script flow example number 1. Hey, name, is this you? See, this is why it's good to scrape the business owner's name if you can find it. With the couple of leads we scraped, we couldn't get the business owner name. It's lagging again. Are we back? We're good. All right. So, for example, like, hey, business owner name, is this you? I know this is out of the blue, but I'll keep it quick. That's why like having the business owner's name is good, because you can instantly say that and it drops their authority. They're like, oh, is this like someone I know? Is this like, reason for the call? I work with ecom brands just like X. They want to scale using Facebook ads. Just curious, like, you run any sort of paid traffic at all? How's that been going for you, etc. See, this is why having an exact script is not good, because what if he says an answer to that you're not expecting, and then you continue to try to read off the script when it doesn't make sense to, because he gave you an answer that you weren't expecting. Like, say you're expecting him to say, no, I've never ran ads, but he's like, yeah, we actually are right now. And you keep trying to go off the script, but it's like, script don't make sense no more. So just let it flow naturally, bro. Like, don't like get your fucking undies in a bunch. Just like chill, calm, cool, collected. Act like you're talking on the phone with your homie, literally. And then you're gonna kind of want to bridge this call into like offering what you're actually gonna offer him. So why is this? Oh my gosh. Technical difficulties. Ay. Clicked off that little pop-up and it kicked me out. Give me 1 second, guys. What was I saying? Oh yeah, you're gonna kind of want to go and actually bridge this call. Oh, I gotta click all the way forward to where we left off. Bridge the call into like your offer. The whole point of this cold call is literally just to like slightly pitch him and not actually close him. Like your goal is to just make your slight pitch, and then what the fuck is this little pop-up on my screen? Remove. Ay. Fucking bullshit. Bro. LPC. All right. Anyways, the whole goal of the cold call is just to get like the point across and get him booked in for an actual sit-down meeting where you go more in depth. Like you don't want to pitch him too hard on this cold call, right? You want to leave him with curiosity of like what can possibly happen, and then from there like work your way into getting him on a call, and then that's where you actually like pitch him, you know? All right, we're getting there. Sorry about this, y'all. This is why I'm not a streamer. Not the best at this shit. Okay, we're back. Ad guy getting ads, bro. Literally, the fuck. So you're gonna want to bridge it to the offer. For example, like we've helped similar brands double their ROAS in under 90 days, just simply by restructuring their ad funnel and their creative strategy. That's gonna leave them kind of into curiosity. Why is this not working? And then a clear call to action. Once you kind of bridge his curiosity, then it's like a clear CTA of like, would you be open to a quick 10-minute call later this week to walk through what that could actually look like for your business? And then you get the meeting booked in, and that's where you actually sit down and go more in depth on things. So script flow example 2. Hi, is this business owner name? Hi, Dave. This is Brez with Brez Marketing. We provide innovative solutions to business challenges. Reason for the call. Now, purpose of this call is to set up a time to just kind of go over what challenges your business's faces so we can design a solution that, you know, best fits your needs. Keep it smooth, keep it calm, don't keep it robotic. Now, pushing to another call. We believe the safest, simplest, and easiest way is through a simple Zoom or just like Google Meeting. You've used Zoom before, right? He's going to answer, and then you're going to book that client in. So does morning or afternoon work better for you? You know, I got some other meetings with some clients tomorrow around 2, 3, and 4. Would like 1 p.m. work for you tomorrow, Dave? And then we'll move into cold DMing. Everyone make sense with cold calling? Do a live cold call, bro. It's 8 p.m. at night. That's another thing. You only want to cold call during like business hours. Not 8 p.m. at night. The best times to cold call are later in the week and like in the afternoon. Because if you think about it, like later in the week, someone who's going to be answering the phone, like their frequencies are going to be a lot higher than if it were earlier in the week, right? So think about like on a Friday, if you're cold calling, like generally speaking, the person you're calling is going to be in a lot better mood than if you were calling them on Monday. Now, that's not to say that like cold calling on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is bad at all, because it's not. But like Friday, Thursday, Friday, later in the week, like frequencies are higher in the office. People are like more upbeat, happy, etc. But yeah. All right. Cold DMing. Now, this is obviously when you send messages to potential clients or customers on any social media platform, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and they don't really know you beforehand. Now, how does cold DMing help? It gets you direct access to the decision maker. Obviously, you know, the one checking the DMs majority of the time is whoever owns the business, unless it's like a huge company. It feels casual and personal. It's easier to start conversations than email or cold calls. And it's great for building rapid fast with small brands or creators, because it's just like easy. They don't get a whole bunch of people who DM them. So when they do, you know, they're pretty likely to respond. It's easier to send DMs from a phone or a laptop. And let's get into how to send cold DMs. So user data scraping to DM businesses, social accounts. Obviously, like with that pool company, we scraped his Instagram. So now we could literally go to his Instagram, shoot him a message. You send a value-driven and short message, and you follow up 4 to 6 times. Follow-ups are huge. There's a lot of fucking money in follow-ups because a lot of times business owners, check their Instagram messages, they respond once, and then they forget to respond because they're busy the next day working on the job. So if you follow up, they see it when they get off work again, respond again. There's a lot of money in follow-ups because odds are these people you're reaching out to are so busy, they aren't constantly checking their messages. And a lot of times, you just kind of lose that interest over time a little bit. But if you just kind of keep following up, you pique that interest again and again and again. So what's that lag? How do you service clients? We're about to get into that. We got to get through the signing clients to get to the servicing clients. And then track every message you sent. Again, you can, use like that spreadsheet to just kind of track your follow-ups, track when your last message was sent, etc. Helps you stay organized, helps you stay on top of things, helps you, be efficient with your outreach. Now, a message, sending a value-driven short message framework, a message that acknowledges the person or the brand, brings relevance or curiosity, not just a copy, paste, pitch, feels casual, not salesy, invites a response, not a commitment. The goal, keep this in mind. The goal through any messaging is not to sell. It's simply to just spark a conversation that you can lead into an actual call where then you can sell. Does that make sense? How to get the spreadsheet? I'm going to give it to y'all at the end here. Does that make sense? Goal is not to sell. It's to spark a conversation, get them booked in for a meeting where then you can sell. Now, should be built like 1, a personal hook, 2, relevance, curiosity angle, and these are some examples. Man, just saw your latest drop, fire as hell. You guys running any paid traffic yet or still pushing organically? Now, you could even change that. Instead of even talking about traffic, it could literally be like a question about a product. Be like, do you guys still have this size in stock? Do you guys still have this color in stock? They'll be like, yeah. I'll be like, oh, well, why do you still have that product in stock? It should be sold out by now. You can kind of wiggle your way into the curiosity, spark that conversation, get them on a call, close them. Another one, yo, bro, saw some of your client transformations, super dialed. You're running any paid traffic for leads or just stacking off IG content right now? That would be like kind of example of like a personal trainer. Saw some of your client transformations. Hey, name, sorry, recent client review. Seems like people really trust your service. Curious if you're running any ads yet or just relying on referrals and locals. Now, those are very like direct cold DMs. Again, you could kind of switch that to something like more question-based. That's doesn't sound as salesy, more just like curiosity, conversation spark. But yeah. So cold emailing now, the last client acquisition method that we're going to go over here. Cold emailing is when you send an email to someone who doesn't know you to pitch your product, service, or start a conversation. How it helps: scales easily. You can send hundreds per day, reaches decision makers directly, lets you test offers and messaging fast. It's great for business-to-business outreach or setting up sales calls, and it can easily be sent from a phone or laptop. So you can do it from the comfort of your couch, from fucking riding in the car, wherever. So how to start cold emailing. User data scrape list to find the business's email address, right? All those leads we scraped. We got the emails for all of them. Emails are usually pretty damn easy to get. And then send an offer-driven results-based email. Follow up 4 to 6 times. Track every email sent. Pretty damn similar to social media outreach. Now, again, like I was talking about earlier, you could do what's called recording looms. You could create essentially like a 1-2 minute presentation, record it, and send it to every single prospect, walking them through like a visual of kind of how you could help them. Now, that would be like a much more direct approach, but if that's kind of the angle that you're going for, that's a good way to go about doing it. Slow down. Am I going too fast? Did I read this already? I will again. You want your email to be straightforward, using the results you're capable of getting for the potential client as leverage to get them interested in hearing more. Hey, business owner name, Dave. Reaching out to ask if you'd be interested in Facebook lead gen services for your landscaping company. We will generate you X results in X time frame with our X unique mechanism. Mind if I send over more info? And then that's where you could, like, if he responds, send him the loom. You can send hundreds of these messages per day. It doesn't take long at all to do this. You can just copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. You saw how quick we scraped 4 leads. Like, we scraped 4 emails in a matter of like 3 minutes. And I was moving slow so y'all can follow along. Like, you could scrape hundreds of emails in an hour or two and then send all of these messages in an hour or two. Odds are, out of those couple hundred businesses that you reach out to that, let's say, took you 4 hours to do, one of them is going to be closed. So imagine you can allocate like a couple hours a day, scrape leads, outreach. It's damn near like a client a day, if not more. Now, cold email, tips and best practices. This is a numbers game. The more messages you send, the more cold calls you take, the more opportunity you have to close more clients. You need to disrupt patterns and be creative. Breaking patterns in a business owner's inbox or on a cold call will dramatically increase your calls booked because it grabs attention, increases open rates, and builds trust. That's why, like, any of the scripts I showed you, a lot of you guys probably screenshotted them or whatever, took notes on them, whatever. Like, don't go off of those bar for bar. Those aren't even honestly that good of examples. As well as you're going to be saying the same thing everyone else says when, business gets cold called or cold emailed or whatever. Get creative, disrupt patterns, just like stand out amongst the crowd. Now, make sure to follow up. That's a huge one. I already touched on that before, but follow-ups are massive. Majority of your bread and butter will be made through following up with prospects and continuously staying at the top of their inbox. A lot of clients I've closed doing outreach took at least 2 follow-ups. At least 2. They schedule for a meeting and then something comes up that they value more important than your meeting and they cancel on you. If you don't follow up, you're never going to close them. But, if you follow up, which takes 5 seconds to do, your odds of actually closing that client skyrocket tremendously. Now, this is exactly what Mason did to quit his 9-to-5 and go from that to doing marketing full-time. A lot of you guys know Mason, have seen him in my content. He's now my full-time agency partner, lives out in Miami with me. I've watched him go from the very get-go to where he is now. Exactly same way that I'm telling you guys to do it for yourself right now. Lagging big time? Oh boy. Is that me or you? I don't see anybody else saying lag. Also, exactly what Griffin did to scale to 13 clients, making him $8K a month while in college. Griffin's still in college. We were literally on this meeting like a couple days ago talking about how he still goes out, still has fun, still gets good grades, and is also building a business that is going to last him long term. Now, pillar 3, how to get these businesses to trust you and work with you. Now, the entire goal for outreach is not to instantly pitch the business on your services. It's used to pique their interest and get them on the closing call. What is a closing call? Closing call is the last step a prospect takes before paying and becoming a client. Closing calls are used to build a relationship, find out if they are actually a good fit for your services, pitch your offer, and close the deal. So like I said, when we initially break that point of contact with a business, get them, responding to emails, responding to a DM, get them on the phone, the goal is not to pitch them right there and then. It's simply to drive curiosity and get them booked in for a closing call where you actually are going to close the deal. You're going to go in depth on things when they've sat down, they're ready to actually indulge in a conversation, and you can actually have the time to, get every point across you need to get across in order to close the deal. Now, once you begin your call, you're going to want to build a relationship with your client. Nobody wants to do business with someone that they don't have at least somewhat of a relationship built with, right? Keep it laid back and relaxed to set the tone of the call. Ask them personal questions like, where are you from? What'd you do today? How was your day? Etc. Just loosen up the conversation, loosen up the tension, smooth out just the conversation as a whole. Like, just don't get too tightened up. Like, don't strictly business. It's like you're talking to your homie. Like, your goal is to build a relationship with them. Next, you want to start to learn more about their business. Start to figure out whether or not they will be fit for your services that you are offering. Ask questions like, have you tried paid ads before? What was the outcome? What's your monthly revenue and ad budget target? You want to use their answers to your questions as a way to help your pitch. Keep a lookout for answers that may show some type of vulnerability or pain. For example, say on the phone they say they struggle to get more eyeballs on our website, or we tried paid ads on our own but saw bad returns. That's a pain point for them. Like, you can solve their problem. They literally told you a problem in their business and you're the solution to that problem. Now, after you vet them out with your questions and they qualify to work with you, it's time to pitch your offer. You want your offer, ad services, to be the solution to their pain. For example, you mentioned that you try to run ads on your own, but it obviously didn't work too well for you. Luckily, that's exactly what I specialize in. Now, I run ads for brands similar to yours that drive high converting traffic to your website. Back your pitch out with what will be included if you guys work together. Example, we handle all campaign builds across Facebook, TikTok, or Google. We create and test ad creatives based on what's worked for scaling other e-commerce. We monitor performance daily and scale what works. We cut what doesn't. You get weekly reporting plus strategy calls to keep everything aligned. And our goal is more profitable days, fewer wasted dollars. After you pitch your services, you want to drop your pricing. The goal is to be clear and concise. Confidence will take you a long way as business owners see that. If you're not confident in yourself, you don't have that tonality and that confidence in your pitch, like, they're going to feel that out. There are two types of pricing you can do. Retainer-based, which, again, flat monthly fee, or results-based, payment based off the results you generated for your client. Results-based pricing works pretty well because the risk on the client's end is minimal, which sweetens the deal for the client, pushing them to close easier. But retainer-based pricing is also nice for the client because they will know the exact amount that will be billed every month, along with, if you generate a lot of results, they'll have to pay only the amount agreed upon. So again, it's kind of just like whatever makes the most sense for the client, as well as like whatever you guys can kind of mutually agree on. I wouldn't say there's one that's necessarily better than the other. The only nice thing about results-based pricing is, like, if you have a really good month, like, you get compensated accordingly for that, you know, versus like retainer-based. If you have a really good month, like, you still only make whatever your retainer is. But also, like, if you have a slightly bad month, like, you still make the same amount of money. So I guess it just depends. I wouldn't say there's one that's better than the other, though, because in the end of the day, you get paid regardless. It's a win-win for everyone. Now, throughout your entire call, I can't emphasize this enough because it's something beginners, it's not something you would like think is so important, but it's something beginners struggle with so often. You want to make sure you're calm, not salesy, know your value, listen first, talk last, don't react emotionally, and act as the expert. Like, again, these aren't things that you would like think are as important as they are, but like, these are the most important things, genuinely. They're like literally the key to closing deals and landing clients. This is exactly how Josh ran it up and now makes $40K a month. This is one of the ERT members. He came out to Miami and shit. We filmed this little video. It's on my YouTube if you guys ever want to watch it, but he's absolutely crushing it now. I think he's been doing brandscaling for like a year. Super fucking cool and smart kid. So shout out Josh. But also how Adonis ran it up to, he makes like 14, 17K a month. Literally just graduated high school this past spring. He's 18. I'm making consistent 15K plus a month with his agency. Pillar 4, A lot of you guys have been asking that we hurry up and get to this. How to get results and continuously get paid. Someone just put in the chat they already got a client. Brother, we didn't even get to the part. I mean, shit, good for you, but we didn't even get to the part where you know how to run ads for them yet. We gotta get to this. So, getting results and continuously getting paid. After closing the deal comes service delivery. Service delivery means to fulfill on the product that you sold the client on. Freelance brand scaling mainly consists of driving paid traffic to a business to, oh my gosh, I got the hiccups, to drive more sales and conversions. Now, this means you will offer Facebook ads, TikTok ads, or Google ads to help push more traffic to your client's business and ultimately make them more money. Now, the question is, how do I fulfill on service delivery? The first step, fulfilling your services, starts with onboarding and getting access to all the necessary information and assets. You'll need access to their ads manager, relevant content, information on any promos they may be running, info on their target demographic, etc. Like, you need all that information, right? Once you have all the necessary information and access, it's time to build out a light game plan for your client, something fairly brief and not too in-depth, since the plan may change as you begin to test and try things out. Even a small skeleton on what your plan is would help clients understand what you plan to execute, as well as it just helps them have reassurance that you know what you're doing, right? You want to make sure the client always feels comfortable, trusts you, like has that respect for you, and just is like aware of what you're doing on your end. That's the biggest thing, is just making sure that clients feel like they're being taken care of and that you truly care about them. So some key points to include in your light game plan would be broad campaigns versus retargeting campaign structure, creative images, videos needed, hooks, formats, budget breakdown. Oh, let me go back. I wanted to elaborate on that more. How do I go back? Okay, I don't know how to go back, but what was I saying? So yeah, communicating with them how much you would like to be spending per day on ads, what creatives you would need from them, and what exactly you're going to be doing on your end as far as like how you're going to set the campaigns up. So pretty simple stuff, but just, can I shrink face cam a little? Let me move it down here. Pretty simple stuff, but I don't know how to get this fucking thing off my screen. Shit is pissing me off. Pretty simple stuff, but obviously important just to make sure that your client knows they're being taken care of on their end. Once your game plan is finished, it's time to actually start executing. Just build and launch your first campaign. All right. Simple and effective. Broad cold campaigns have driven in 8 figures worth of sales for some of my clients. Like the most simple campaign to set up. That's what I'm going to show you guys, like step by step live. We're going to go in the ads manager and I'm going to walk you guys through how to set up a broad campaign. It's the easiest to set up. It's the most effective. It generates the best results. It's realistically the only campaign you'll ever need for like majority of your clients. These campaigns allow the Facebook algorithm to work, scale way better, narrow audiences, cap out easier, and changes in spend are based off Facebook's data. So when you're running a broad campaign, it's essentially allowing Facebook to target anyone and everyone Facebook thinks is going to be well off by seeing that ad. So when you're running a broad campaign, you're essentially just letting Facebook use its own algorithm to target the people that it knows are going to be the best performers to show these ads to. It's more cost efficient and it allows you to test creatives and understand where/when to pivot. So after you get your campaigns up, it's crucial you monitor daily and weekly to make sure your numbers are up to par and profitable. Check your metrics like cost per click, click-through rate, ROAS, return on ad spend. Kill underperformers to save ad spend. So essentially the game of ads is literally just launching a simple campaign to an extent, a bunch of different ad creatives, so a bunch of different images, videos, etc., looking at the data and seeing what works versus what doesn't work, and then just simply scaling up what works and turning off what doesn't, and then reincarnating what works and adding more of it. That simple. So use broad when scaling. Use broad as a proof of concept, and once you find something that sticks in a broad campaign, your next step would be to scale horizontally. Interests, lookalikes, etc. Once you find proof of concept in those base campaigns, begin to increase spend by 15 to 20% every 48 to 72 hours. So you'll see, like, when we go to set this campaign up, set the budget at $50 a day. Say that that's performing really well. It's generating sales profitably. Every 48 to 72 hours, we want to increase the spend of that campaign to spend more money to make more money, right? So once you continuously get these clients good results, they'll be happy and stick around with you for a while, which means that that's one less client you have to go out and look for. You can stack your client list up to 20 to 25 clients as a solo/one-man team. Now, let's get into the actual live campaign setup. Get in the ads manager. How are we feeling, everyone? Everybody good? Everybody good? We vibing? We vibing? Y'all are good? Move face cam back up. I'll move it in the middle. That probably makes the most sense for ads manager. All right. So this is what the ads manager looks like. A lot of you maybe have seen this screen before in my second YouTube channels. A lot of you have maybe never seen this screen before. I know that it looks a little complex, but I promise you this shit is actually very simple, and we don't use majority of the stuff on this screen. Like, there's so many different little avenues here, things you can do, but we don't use pretty much any of it. Why did so many people leave? Because they're not locked in as the rest of you. You guys want it. They don't. I think someone botted viewers too. Looks a bit odd. Yeah, it does. It does. But I promise you, like, this is actually very simple. I'm going to go over everything, like, that you would ever use when actually running ads. And basically the only thing we're ever going to do is, like, create campaigns and edit those campaigns. So you can see I have some old ones from an old YouTube video I created, but we're going to create a campaign from scratch today. And I'm going to use one of my actual clients as an example to set some ads up for. Now, I'm not in his actual ad account. I can't really show you guys that. But I'm in just like this little ad account I created. It's a new ad account, and I'm going to show you guys, like, set up how exactly I would recreate a campaign from scratch if I was, recreating that campaign for my client. So first things first, like, this is the ads manager. Like, this. Hello? Can you hear? I think you guys are trolling. Get in the ads manager. How are we feeling, everyone? Are you guys trolling? It says it's on. Hello? I don't know what happened there. Sorry about that. Appreciate y'all giving me the heads up. But that's why freelance, what I was saying is that's why freelance brand scaling is such a good business model, because majority of business owners log into something like this. They're like, all right, I'm going to learn how to run ads for my business, right? They log in. They're like, what the fuck? All right, never mind. We'll go back to just calling more people, like posting more content, whatever. Like, fuck this, that's shit. Because they log into this and it looks overwhelming, but then, like, they don't spend the hour it takes to, like, learn the basics of it, and they just give up right away, right? So That's why you come in, you learn the basics, and you just know how to do it already. And that's why it's so easy to sign clients, because so many people are just willing to pay for marketing. Like, marketing is like one of the biggest expenses for all businesses. Like, they spend so much money on marketing, so they're just willing to literally just throw money at it. I'm remuted. Stop trolling. It's mute. It's mute. Oh, you're muted. Bro, can y'all stop? Lock in, for real. All right. So when a client invites you to his ads manager, I mean, they're essentially just going to create like their Facebook account, right? Like, this is the Facebook ads manager. This is how we're going to run ads on Facebook and on Instagram for these businesses. So they're going to invite you to this, and it's literally going to take you to this screen right here, right? This is the ads manager screen. This is where we set up campaigns. This is where we set up everything for the client. So it's super, super simple. All we're going to do to create a new campaign is essentially come to the ads manager like screen like this, and we're going to create a new campaign by clicking the green button in the top left. Now, there's multiple different objectives that you can have for a campaign. Obviously, the goal for majority of these businesses is going to be sales. Some of these businesses might be leads, right? Like this pool scraping company, pool cleaning, pool construction, whatever the fuck it was. That's a business that, like, when we go to their website, they don't directly sell anything on their website, right? Like, I can't just buy a fucking pool remodeling on their website, enter in my credit card information, and check out. But like a clothing brand, you go to their website and you just directly buy off their website. It's something where you got to go to contact. You got to fill out a form. You got to put in all of your information for them to be able to contact you. And then, you talk about a deal, you work out a price, and then they come and they remodel your pool. But for this business, the goal is to generate them more leads, right? Not more. Can't hear it. Bro, y'all gotta chill, bro. Pierre, my mic's good, right? All right. So for a business like this, the goal is to generate them more leads. For a business like a clothing brand, the goal is to generate them more sales. You guys following? So that's where like campaign objective comes into play. Leads, sales, leads, sales. So like, say we were setting up ads for this business right here, we would be launching this as leads objective. In this case, I'm setting this up for one of my clothing brand clients. We're going to do it as a sales campaign, because that's the goal of the campaign, is to bring them more sales. Now, we're going to go ahead and name this campaign whatever. We'll just name it Res Cold Conversions. You can name it whatever the fuck you want, whatever helps you just stay organized, whatever you want to name it. Now we're going to set this as ad set budget. Basically, the only difference here is that you're setting the budget at the campaign level versus the ad set level. So the money will either spend out of the campaign or out of the ad set. It doesn't really make much of a difference. We're just going to set that as ad set budget right now. Don't worry about that. Now, that's all we got to do for the campaign level. You can see we have our campaign, our ad set, and our ad. When we make a campaign, it creates, the campaign, and then you have the ad set underneath it, and then you have each ad. We'll come back to that. We'll backtrack. I don't want to make this like too confusing for you guys and make it sound more complicated than it is, because it's really not. Now, the conversion location. So in this instance, we're going to direct all the traffic to the website, right? In most instances, it's going to, that's the goal, like direct all the traffic that sees these ads to the website. And the goal is to maximize the amount of conversions that we get. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. We're going to set the conversion location as the website, and the performance goal to maximize the amount of conversions. Because for this clothing brand I'm setting ads up for, we want to maximize as many conversions as possible. Now we're going to come to the budget. Again, I told you guys, like, oh, we'll set this as, $50 a day. Say we've already communicated with our client. We had our meeting. I closed them. I'm like, you cool with like spending, $50 a day? Like, that should be enough budget where we can start off and kind of start to see what works, what doesn't. It's enough money for me to be able to get some spend through the account, to get some data, and really be able to make like data-driven decisions based off of the results we're getting on all the creatives we're testing, and then kind of allocate more budget into what works and cut out what doesn't work. Does that make sense? Cool. So $50 a day budget. And then the audience, like, we're literally just gonna leave this as is. That's all we got to do. We're gonna let Facebook do its thing. That's what a broad campaign is. Facebook, you just kind of let the algorithm target who it thinks it's gonna perform best being shown in front of. And odds are, you know, your broad campaign is gonna be the best performing campaign you'll ever launch, because, you know, Facebook kind of just does that. The algorithm is pretty advanced, pretty good, to where it can kind of just put it in front of the people who are likely to purchase from it. Now, here's where we're actually going to set up our ad. So, can you make a lead gen example? Low-key confused. Just follow along here, brother. The thing is with something like this, bro, is it's not always necessarily going to make sense until you actually just fucking do it. Like, until you throw yourself in the fire and do it, it might not make full sense. So here's where we're going to actually set up our ad, which is like the creative, like what the ad is going to look like. So we're going to come down here. We're going to add our images. Now, these are images, again, that I got from one of my clothing brands. We're going to set this actually. Okay, it's on single image. We're going to set this as just a very simple ad of all the hoodies he's selling. Now we're going to write some text. I'll just write some very basic shit. This is going to be the text that's displayed on the ad, like what the ad says. So we're just going to go new collection out now. This isn't necessarily good copy, but I'm just doing some very basic shit as an example. Get it? Well, it still lasts. Like, to be honest, this is pretty shit copy. We're going to set the call to action as just shop now. I'm only just going through this stuff as kind of the basics, just to show you guys how to actually set it up. When it comes to the copy and stuff, you can get a little more, like in depth with it, a little more creative. Turn music off. You don't want this bullshit music on there. Why the fuck would we want that on our ad? So make sure you turn that off. And then essentially this is what our ad will look like when, you know, we show this, when we launch this, when we publish this and it gets displayed in front of customers. This is what it'll look like. We need to go ahead and get the website as well. Take them to. In this case, I'm going to want to take it to where they can just directly to this page. So as soon as they click on the ad, it redirects them to this page here. So we're going to just go ahead and put that inside of our ad. Website URL, you can see under the destination. So when they click this shop now button, it'll take them directly here where they can browse all products and shop. And now the ads manager, a lot of you guys will probably ask, like, how do we know how much money our ads generated? The ads manager will track that. Like, you connect the ads manager to their website, so it'll automatically track exactly how much money comes from the ad. Lag. Mic keeps cutting out. Lag. Bro, why does my Wi-Fi want to shit itself all of a sudden when I stream? Lag mic. Is it back? You good? You good? Are we good? Okay. All right, so that's essentially what our ad will look like. I'll make one more just to go through it real quick, but you guys can see, like, this shit is pretty damn simple. And whoops. And as you start to get more hands-on with it, it gets easier and easier and easier. Like, this shit has become just second nature to me, to where, like, even people I know who, like, have been running ads for like 2 weeks, like, this shit, even a week, bro, like, this shit just becomes second nature. Like, you just do it, like, naturally. Like, your brain just, you don't even have to think, you can just click through this. So I'm gonna make a carousel ad now. Instead of just one image, it's gonna be multiple that they can scroll through. So you guys will see here, like, I'll get a little creative with it. All these images kind of match and flow together. So what I'm gonna do is use all of these and create kind of like a little carousel where they can scroll through some of the different hoodies, see them both on body as well as like a mock-up of it. And it won't say Brandscales at the top. It'll be like from the business, like it'll be heaven sent. It's just like that because I'm on like my burner ad account that I use for filming videos on and use for like this live streaming. Like I'm not gonna go on my actual client's ad account. But yeah, that's literally all you do. We can write some different copy. Say maybe they're doing a sale, Black Friday sale. It's Black Friday based. Let's do 40% off store wide sale. Pierre, is it glitching? I'm trying to see if y'all are trolling me or not. Pierre, is it good or is it tweaking? It's kind of not, bro. I can't tell if y'all are trolling me or not. If y'all are trolling me though, y'all are not locked in because there's a lot of people saying that in chat. What is wrong with my mic? They are trolling. Chat refresh page. No troll. Okay, bro. Y'all are fucking with my head, bro. Can y'all stop trolling? We can't lock it. Huh? Are they trolling? All right. Someone in chat said refresh if it actually is, but I think you guys are trolling me. So back to it. Say we're doing like a Black Friday sale, right? Like we definitely will with this client do some huge Black Friday deal. So ideally for something like Black Friday with a big sale, you want to implement that actually into the creative itself. So like on this ad in the actual picture, like it would display something about Black Friday sale to really catch their attention. Like if it's 40% off the store, the whole everything is 40% off. Like you would want that in the ad because that's like a huge hook, right? So we're gonna write that in the caption though as well. 40% off store wide Black Friday sale. Like get it before it's gone, right? Something like that. But yeah, that's makes sense. Everyone following that? Like this shit is pretty damn easy, bro. And when you're doing it for a landscaping company or construction company, like it's all the same shit. It's all the same shit. So you would literally just be doing the same exact thing just with a construction company, you know? Like writing the copy for a construction company and having creatives from the construction company. Refresh and it stops cutting. Someone said refresh and it stops cutting out. Might be a little glitch or something. All right. So moving forward now. Refreshing the live, fixes audio, lock in with the Wi-Fi. Bro, I don't think it's my Wi-Fi. Oh my gosh, no way this restarted. All right, I gotta click all the way back to where we were on the presentation. Spam clicking. Everyone good though? Everybody like following along? Everybody understanding this? Like, I mean, we'll get into the questions. Obviously, you guys will have some questions. We're gonna get into all of those here. We're about to get into the good stuff, so stay tuned. I gotta get back to where I was on the slideshow. Can't hear you. Bro, someone said refresh. Refresh if it's tweaking. Oh my gosh, I gotta get all the way back to where I was. Are you real? Yes, I am real. Can we get the slideshow? No, I'm not giving this slideshow out. That's why I told you to pay attention and take notes. All right, I'm back. Boom, boom. Oh, brother, what is this doing? All right, there we go. All right, so everybody's following along. Everybody's good. This stuff seems easy. Great. Now, Jaden quit his 9 to 5, bought 2 new cars. Actually, 3 now. 3. I just thought of that. He just bought another AMG. 2 AMGs. He bought like a Infinity when he first started making a little bit of money, but he makes consistent over 20K a month now. Moved across the country to his dream apartment in Atlanta. All of these people, check this out, buying their dream cars. I got Albert bought a E63S and an M3, G87. Dave Job bought a fucking, in Canada, this shit's like way marked up. This dude bought a $166,000 Cadillac at 16. Josh, Z06, he actually just bought a new M3 too, a 2025 M3. It hasn't been delivered yet, but he bought it brand new and like custom spec'd it out and shit. ZL1, dream car at 20. A bunch of people, same as you, achieving their dreams, achieving their goals. So why can't you? Now, quick little recap of the things we just went over. Pillar 1, finding clients by scraping leads, right? We live went through how to scrape leads, how to get the information you need to get. 2, we learned about how to actually reach out to those leads and then close them as clients. And then we learned how to actually get them results and turn them into happy, reoccurring clients so you can have a consistent cash flow every single month. All 4 pillars tie in together. Each pillar is useless without the other 3. Finding clients is useless if you don't know how to open combos with them. Opening combos is useless if you don't know how to close them. Closing clients is useless if you don't know how to get them results. And getting results is useless if you don't have any clients to begin with. All 4 pillars are needed to be successful as a brand scaler. Knowing what you now know, do you think it's possible to sign clients? Do you think you're capable of running ads for them? Especially if you follow proven processes for both. Type yes or no in the chat. Do you think it's possible to sign clients? Do you think you're capable of running ads for them? Because we literally live, I showed you step by step how to find the clients. Live, we talked about how to pitch and close the clients. And then live, I showed you how to run ads for them. You guys literally just saw it firsthand. So I think everyone should be saying yes and believe in themselves to be able to do this themselves. Also, do you think your $4,000 call paid off? Remember the beginning of this call, I said, like, imagine you paid $4K to be on this. Like, did that pay off? All of this depends on one thing, whether or not you actually take action. 95% of you are not going to take action about anything I talked about today. At least I'm proud of you for showing up to this, but like, it's a damn shame because check out what happens when you actually apply this stuff the right way. These are the 4 winners. There's not faces of everyone of the last. We do this thing in the ERT every month. We call it ERT Outreach MVP, where they get shipped a plaque, whoever like signed the most amount of paying clients in a month. So kind of cool. We send these plaques out every month. I think, what is it? Last month it was Tanner. The month before that it was Nick, then Giuseppe, then Kobu. Another super cool thing we're doing is we did like this big Q4 kickoff challenge, like Black Friday prep kickoff challenge in the ERT. And the top 10 winners are like all coming out to Miami. We're doing like a big event out here, big yacht day, big like dinner event where we're going to give out all these rewards, not rewards, awards. But the point of telling you this is like all these people were in your position. I was in your fucking position. The only difference between us or between you guys and us is that we decided to like take action. Like we learned the information and then we actually went and applied it. Do you also remember how just a little bit ago I said none of this like will fully make sense until you literally just throw yourself into the fire and just go do it? Because that's the actual reality of it. Like once you get hands-on and you start to do it, like the vision, the tunnel becomes clear of what you can actually achieve doing this. And you start to see things clearly for the first time ever. Now, everything you just learned on this call, you could totally go and do it right now. And honestly, one good client is literally all you need. I got my breakthrough after making my first client $30K with ads. They become a case study that I posted online, which got me more clients. And then those clients referred me to other clients. And literally everything just snowballed from there. So Yes, one solid client can literally change everything for you. Do you remember earlier when I showed you DivJot, who sent a screenshot in the Discord of him signing a multi-million-dollar client as his first client ever in his first week starting Brandscaling? Like, that client literally just set the frame for everything for him. But here's the thing. When you go out there and you try to do this for the first time, obviously you're going to make mistakes. You're going to run into challenges. You're going to hit setbacks. You're going to hit roadblocks that you've never encountered before. And it's not because you're not smart enough or not capable, but just because that's the reality of doing something for the first time. Think about when you first learn how to drive a car, right? Now, it probably feels normal. You can do it on autopilot, but when you first tried driving, it was overwhelming as hell. You had to remember how to shift gears while merging, while putting your turn signal on, while checking your meters, while someone in the passenger seat is talking to you, all at the same time. And you made a bunch of mistakes, not because you were bad at driving, but you just never had done it before. Now, that's the reality of doing anything for the first time. Specific challenges with freelance brand scaling. What specific type of ad do you run for each specific type of client? Which platform do you use for them? How do you know if you're doing it right? If the ads start to get ad fatigue, what do you do? What if client's ad account gets randomly banned? What if the ads don't work and you can't figure it out? What if the client starts asking you questions you don't know the answer to? You will run into at least some of these, if not all of these. So sure, you can go out there and take everything I just told you, which by the way is really good information that you won't find on YouTube. You can go out and figure it out on your own. Nothing wrong with that at all. It's what I did, but you'll probably and you'll probably get there eventually. But like I said, you're going to make mistakes along the way. And looking back on it, I realized that if I had someone there to help guide me, it would have made life a lot easier. And that's exactly what I want to give to you tonight. So there are a select few of you here tonight who are serious about making a significant change in your life over the next few months. And you want to learn directly from people who've made it to the top and can help you expedite your success. You don't want to leave this opportunity up to chance. Like, some of you are actually serious and you realize that you only truly live one life, and that one life you have is your only opportunity to make it worth living. If that's you, I have something for you, which is to have someone who's already been through all the challenges, all the roadblocks, all the setbacks, and have them show you the easy path, the path that goes a lot faster. If that's you, I have something for you, because I've already made all the mistakes for you. I know exactly where all the pitfalls are. I know the potential mistakes and roadblocks you're going to run into. I know how to avoid most of them. And even if you do run into some of them, I know exactly how to get out of them, because I've done it time and time again and taught hundreds how. So ultimately, you have two options. Number one, you can go and figure it out by yourself. Like I said, that's totally fine. A lot of you are going to want to do that. But for those of you who want to go faster and don't like wasting time, this is for you. Now, before I show you option two, let's talk about who this is not for. I just want to preface this. The talker, not meant for you, is someone who's not self-motivated, needs other people to motivate them, likes to talk about what they're going to do rather than actually taking action, not 100% sure they want to start making money online. They don't want to bet on themselves. They don't have 5 to 10 hours a week to get this business off the ground. They're not coachable and don't see a point in investing in themselves to learn from successful mentors. Talkers are people who I'm just not willing to coach. Like, they're not worth my time. Unconfident, poor, not going to make it, frail, quitter. Like I said, this is not for everyone. Like, it's genuinely not, and that's fine. Continue taking advantage of the free content and free value I put out, because I always will. But person two, the doer, this is for you. You're ready to do exactly as me and my team say to build a profitable freelance brand scaling business. You're ready to actually take massive action and bet on yourself. You're willing to invest in yourself to learn from successful, equally ambitious mentors who were once in your position and now have everything that they want. and you're ready to finally change your situation once and for all. Now, the doer drives supercars, bets on himself, scales quickly, takes rapid action, risk taker, quit 9 to 5, whatever. If that's you, then listen up. The best investment you can make is buying someone's years of experience, hard work, and knowledge. So you can shortcut the process for yourself and achieve the same thing in less time. Now, guess what? That's exactly what I give my Elite Roundtable students today. I'm offering a download of all of my knowledge into your brain and shortcut your learning curve to become a top tier brandscaler. And it's for those of you who are committed to doing exactly what we say, aka you're a doer and not just someone who likes to talk. Introducing the Elite Roundtable, Black Friday edition, your complete system to becoming an in-demand freelance brandscaler. What we're about to cover, what exactly you get inside the Elite Roundtable, exclusive one-time bonuses that you get for being here tonight. We have a lot of them. How to get access before we close this offer, and live Q&A. Now, Black Friday special. Because you're on this masterclass tonight, you're getting a very special deal that's only good for tonight. What's included in the Elite Roundtable? Number 1, the core curriculum. Number 2, the live coaching calls with myself and other coaches. And 3, the community. Tonight only, the special Black Friday bonuses. Bro, trying to sell us the ERT? Yeah, because you know how much fucking time and effort I put into this program to make it the best program that exists? You know how, hard I work to make this a program that's worth investing in? That's why I have no shame in pitching it. Pillar 1, core curriculum. Complete training library covering. Number 1, mindset mastery program. Number 2, service delivery, running profitable ads. Everything we just went over on this call, way more in depth. Full meta ads course, full Google ads course, full TikTok ads course, full lead gen mastery course. Everything we went over today on that live screen share of me setting up ads was just the basics of meta ads. You have a whole nother meta ads course. You have a whole nother Google ads course, TikTok ads course. There's more than just running ads on Instagram and Facebook. Number 3, client acquisition, A through Z outreach foundations course, full cold email course, plus templates that you can use for framework of your emails you send. Full cold calling course, plus again, templates, frameworks you can use for cold calling. Full LinkedIn outreach course, plus templates. Not only do you get all these courses, I'm going to go more in depth on this, but you get live access to the coaches so that if you ever have a question while going through any of these courses or doing it yourself, you have someone you can always ask questions to. Now, we also just added a sales course, how to close deals like a seasoned pro after you already get in contact with them over email, cold calling, social media outreach, and get them on a call, how to actually close that call and have a high success rate of closing a call. Pillar 2, 7 live coaching calls per week. You have daily calls Monday through Friday where you can ask anything about client acquisition, service delivery, troubleshooting your ad campaigns, advanced scaling strategies, sales training, closing deals, contracts and negotiations, managing client relationships, hiring and delegating work. Literally anything and everything you would ever need can be asked on a call, and live support. So imagine this call right now was me and you were able to actually come up and talk to me and ask me questions and have me walk you through exactly how to do what you have a question on. That's what those coaching calls are. Pillar 3, the ERT community, aspiring freelance brandscalers on the exact same journey as you. Everyone I've showed you in this slideshow is a member of the ERT, every single person. This is a brotherhood of people who refuse to settle for average. Again, you saw the Miami 10 event, people literally flying out to Miami to come chill for a weekend, and we all go do cool shit, going on a yacht, going to a cool dinner, they're getting awards, filming a banger vlog for my channel. You guys will see that come December. But community is everything, and the people you have around you are everything, because those are the people who make your thoughts and beliefs turn into real things. Now, let's make this deal even better just for tonight. Here are your one-time good for tonight only Black Friday bonuses. Now, bonus number 1 is going to be a 30-day client acquisition sprint. You and everyone else who joins tonight will be put in a special group inside of the Elite Roundtable. All of you will hop on 2 group calls per week with a coach who will show you the exact steps you need to be taking every day to start signing clients. That's on top of the coaching calls we're already doing. We're adding more calls just specifically for you guys who join to help you guys like through this next 30 days, sign as many fucking clients as you can. All of you will push each other and hold each other accountable, and so will the coaches. Now, bonus number 2. Remember how we were scraping leads earlier? Well, a bonus I have for you is 500 pre-scraped leads. We already have all these leads scraped out, separated into spreadsheets for each of you. You each get your own separate 500 leads. You're not getting the same leads, everything's separate. So we've pre-scraped 500 leads for you with their contact information, everything that's on that sheet, so you can start reaching out to businesses as soon as literally tomorrow or tonight. Everyone will get a different set of 500 leads, so you're not competing. Now, bonus number 3. Winning ad creatives to plug and play for your clients. No more panic attacks when the client asks you, okay, but what content should we actually run as our ads? You get a plug and play system of winning creatives. This swipe file allows you to create winning ads for your clients 10 to 50 times faster by modeling proven winners. So proven winners from, my clients, from other students' clients, like content that is proven to perform well. We have a swipe file of that for you. Now, one-on-one onboarding call with a coach. I personally paid my team to jump on a one-on-one video call with every single person who joins the Elite Roundtable from this masterclass. They'll create a custom game plan for you and make sure you are hitting the ground running at full speed. Bonus number 5, Moonscale Operations course. I will supply drop you my Moonscale Operations course plus Operations Mastery courses for free. I've literally charged $10,000 for this package in the past, and that's full transparency. It includes everything you'd ever need to know how to transition from freelance brandscaler to full-blown agency. So you guys aren't going to need this off the rip because a lot of you are starting from like 0. But as soon as you get to that point where you have 15, 20 clients and you're like, how do I like branch into that agency stuff like I was talking about earlier? This is like the exact model on how to do it, how to start hiring people to work under you, etc. Now, you'll learn how to hire employees and delegate work, how to build out internal systems and CRMs to allow your agency to scale, how to acquire clients at scale while still delivering good results for each, and everything I learned scaling to 100K a month plus with a full team behind me. And finally, bonus number 6, extra 6 months of access. This fast action bonus is only for the first 10 people who join tonight. Only for the first 10 people who join get an extra 6 months of access. Instead of 6 months, you will get a full year of access in the Elite Roundtable. So let's recap everything you get when you join the ERT tonight. Number 1, Mastery Mindset Program. Mindset is huge. I think a lot of you struggle with that, and that's a lot of the thing that is holding you back from achieving what you want to achieve. Now, obviously, all the knowledge and how to do it is as well. So service delivery, running profitable ads, the full Meta Ads course, the full Google Ads course, the full TikTok Ads course, the full Lead Gen Mastery course. Number 3, client acquisition, A through Z Outreach Foundations course, full cold email course, plus templates where you can copy and paste. So we basically are doing majority of the work for you. Full cold calling course plus templates where we have the frameworks and the scripts done for you. The full LinkedIn outreach course plus templates where we have the outreach templates done for you. And then we just added a sales course, how to close deals like a seasoned pro. Now, not only that, but 7 daily coaching calls per week. So you always have access to jump on a call with whoever it is to be able to answer your questions, whatever coach of the day it is. Might be myself, might be one of the other coaches, whoever it is, you have someone to go to and ask questions live. Again, imagine like you were able to come up here and talk to me one-on-one right now and ask me any questions and have me walk you through it live. Now, most importantly, the community of ambitious freelance brand scalers who you can, just connect with, hold you accountable to your goals, like build relationships with, join voice chat with them and practice mock calling each other. Like one of you pretends to be the business owner, the other one pretends to be the cold caller. Like imagine having someone that you can practice your cold calls with to like get really fucking good at it. There's always people in the VC doing that. So just to have that community of like-minded individuals is huge. Now, all of the bonuses that you get for joining tonight. 500 scrape leads for you. Again, 500 leads that you have pre-scraped for you. You are the only one that has those leads. We're not giving everyone the same leads. Everyone gets their own separate 500 leads. So you can literally start doing outreach tonight. You have 500 businesses to reach out to. You also get a swipe file of winning ad creatives to plug and play for clients. You get a private one-on-one onboarding call with a coach. Private, just you and that coach. You get Moonscale Operations plus Operations Mastery course. And you get an extra 6 months of access, which is only for the first 10 people who join. Only those first 10. The investment into the Elite Roundtable, the big question probably everyone has, is normally $4,800. I've literally invested, and this is 100% transparency, hundreds of thousands of dollars of my own money into making this the best program in the world. And I've lost thousands of dollars plus years of my life figuring this stuff out the hard way. It would be more than fair to charge you the normal price, but it's Black Friday. I'm giving you all a deal, and that's not what you'll be paying tonight. Your investment tonight only, because you're here on this Black Friday special, all you have to invest to join the ERT is $4,300. Now, you can lock in your spot today with all of the bonuses for only a 10% deposit of $400. So again, you can lock in your spot today with all of the bonuses claimed for a 10% deposit of $400. The rest will be collected on your one-on-one onboarding call, or you will set up a payment plan with your coach on the call. And yes, you can break up the payments. I know all of you probably don't have $4,300 right now, but still want to join, make some money from Brandscaling, and then use that to pay off the remainder. It's a big investment, I get it. Luckily, there is another option. Payment plans and financing are available if you qualify. Just talk to your coach about it on your one-on-one onboarding call after you put down your deposit tonight. Now, for so many of our Elite Roundtable students, joining the program and getting coached by me and my team is what flipped the switch for them. After tonight, you can clearly see why freelance brandscaling is a life-changing opportunity, especially right now during Q4, during Black Friday, during the holiday season. Now, the question is, do you want to have to go through all of the trial and error yourself? Or do you want to just be able to turn your brain off, listen to the strategies that we've battle tested, and just follow our lead? Now, remember, out of all of the students I showed you tonight who are crushing, Lucas, Mason, Josh, Jaden, many more, none of them are better than you. None of them are smarter than you. We just gave them the blueprint and coached them as they executed it. All of these people, Jose, who makes $60K a month as a college graduate, Tanner, who makes $15K a month as a full-time freelance brandscaler who also just graduated high school, James, who makes $15 to $20K a month well in college, Adonis, who makes $17K a month at 18 after just graduating high school, Jaden, who quit his 9-to-5, bought 2 new cars, makes $20K a month, Kobu, who has 20 clients currently, Griffin, who signed 13 clients and now makes $8K a month while still in college, or Mason, who quit his 9-to-5 and makes $10K a month plus. Do you think any of these people are any smarter, any different than you? No, they simply just had an opportunity. They took that opportunity. They were willing to bet on themselves, and they were willing to do the things that were necessary in order to achieve the result they dreamed of achieving. And now they've done it. One good client can launchpad you into leaving your 9-to-5 job, working from anywhere in the world, never checking the price of stuff, splurging on Christmas presents for the fam this year, proving everyone who doubted you wrong. And sure, not everyone will make over 100K a month with this, like my agency does, but anyone can sign a couple clients and start making money online. Now, especially during Q4, where I've literally seen freelance brandscalers invoice their clients for 10K, 20K, even 50K for generating them 10 to 20x that with paid advertising. One good client could pay for the Elite Roundtable many times over. Of course, nothing is guaranteed. Like, you have to do the work, you have to take the action, but we're here to help you through all of it and help you fast track it. Now, it only gets harder if you wait. As more people learn about this, competition will only increase. There's no better time than Q4 holiday season to start doing this because it's the easiest time of the year to get clients and get good results. There's a window of opportunity for beginners to come in and take up their share of the market before the masses get in. Businesses need you more than ever, and I want that to be you. Now, the real cost of not taking action. Every single month you don't take action, you're missing out on the whale clients you could be signing during the holiday season. But worse than that, you're losing the clients to the people who did decide to take action. If you don't decide to take action, there's going to be people in this chat who would do and take those clients that could have been yours. Now, realistically, what's your next 90 to 180 days going to look like freelance brand scaling? You decided to take action on freelance brand scaling and you capitalize on Q4 holiday season of 2025. You have complete freedom to do whatever you want, whenever you want. You choose how many hours you work and where you work from. You splurge on nice dinners, trips with friends, extra guac at Chipotle, all while never checking your bank account. Just you, your laptop, and your clients. Getting paid to run ads from anywhere in the world. Now, the decision in front of you right now by putting down your deposit tonight, you finally have complete clarity on exactly what you need to do to sign your first client and then your next 10 days after that. Like, we are literally walking you through it. You have the clarity. You know what you need to do. You literally just have to go and do it. Now, you get mentored by coaches who have made 6+ figures from freelance brand scaling. You get all of our proven outreach methods, ad strategies, and systems. You have a community of other ambitious killers on the same path as you. And you give yourself the best possible chance at seeing results. This one-time opportunity tonight will immediately separate you from the rest of the pack. By joining Elite Roundtable, you instantly put yourself in top 1% of brand scalers. The market is less aware right now, meaning everybody needs brand scaling, except nobody knows how or where to find them. And that's why this is the perfect opportunity, especially during Q4. Now, you're the type of person who knows they work hard. You just need a little bit of guidance to channel that hard work into success. You get to learn from me in real time and be trained alongside me as you scale. Basically, I tell you what to do. You're a hardworking person. You just do it. It's that simple. You have that clarity of what you need to do. You just actually have to do it. Now, the link is in the chat now. It's pinned. But let's go over some frequently asked questions. Number 1, how quickly will I see results? In the end of the day, I can't give you a justification of what exactly is a realistic time frame to get results. I can tell you based off other people's experiences, like we went over in their first couple months, they've made their first X amount of dollars, they've signed X amount of clients. It comes down to how bad you want it. Like I said, joining the Elite Roundtable, we give you the mental clarity of knowing every single thing that you need to do. It's just a matter of how bad do you want it? How hard are you willing to work for it? So the more effort that you put in, the harder you work, the faster you're going to see the results that you're looking for. But you're never going to see the results you're looking for if you never decide to actually take action in doing it. Number 2, can I do this if I work a 9 to 5 or I'm in school? Like you saw, most of those case studies, a lot of those people did this well still at their 9 to 5, or some of them are even making $20K a month while they're still in school. There was like 2 people on there, James and whoever else the other one was, still in college. One was making $8K a month, one was making 20, while still going to class, while still in college, etc. FAQ number 4, can I still sign clients with no experience? Wait, did I skip one? Oh no. Wait, it just went from 2 to 4. Whoops, typo. Can I still sign clients with no experience? 100, 100, 100%. Now, that's where the different pricing structure comes in, right? Retainer versus percentage based. If you're trying to sign a client on retainer, odds are they're going to ask, hey, what are your previous results? So I know that you're trustworthy to actually pay this money to. That's where you counter them with, hey, you know what? I'm willing to give you an irresistible offer where I'm only willing to work based off the results I generate you. So if I don't get you results, you don't pay me. And that's where that comes into play. So now the client on their end is like, well, I guess there's really no risk for me because if I don't get results, he doesn't have to pay me. And that's where they're willing to agree. Now you could even get real deep with it, start offering free trials, start offering different incentives to, make them actually commit to working with you risk-free. But the baseline of it is results-based pay. Now, let's get into the live Q&A. Ask me anything about the Elite Roundtable, freelance brand scaling, etc. Feel free. Drop any questions in the chat you have. I'm not here to gatekeep anything. and I'm here to clear up anything that you guys have for me. So get some questions going in the chats. Here, I'm gonna do this real quick. One second, I'm messaging the Elite Roundtable. All right. Whoa, this chat is moving. Probably I'll pay $50 for a free live. So the VIP ticket, the VIP ticket, those people holding the VIP ticket get an exclusive discount on the ERT. So once that deposit is paid, you can talk about that with your coach. Just show them I think it's your confirmation number, and you get an exclusive discount on the ERT for being a VIP ticket member. All right. I asked the ERT as well what their opinions. I just went in the chat live. And I'm already screen sharing. I said, drop an honest review on the ERT you want to show my live stream right now. Goated, fire, best program in the world, valuable, hella nice people in this. People always looking to help each other, and we got GOAT mentors. We'll get you the first couple clients for sure. Best investment I ever made. Great information. Well worth the investment. All right, 6-7. Great. Best fucking investment I've done. Great, but you have to put in the work. Goated, worth every penny if you truly put the time into it. I fuck with it. Everyone in there. No one said anything bad about it. Another one just came through. Best investment. Like, bro, I genuinely believe that I have one of the best programs that are available on the market for any business model because of the amount of time, the amount of money, the amount of effort I put into this program and the community behind it. More of them coming in. All right, they're on some troll shit too. Like, a lot of these dudes are like my fucking homies, bro. Like, I talk to a lot of these people more than I do like people in my life. TJR, Crack, Brez, W. Community is the best. Brez is the best. Best shit ever. Straight sauce. Brez helped me escape the trenches. Brez is goated. I saw myself, W. Brez gave me a path. Brez paid for my food stamps. Everyone is goated. All right, they be trolling sometimes too, but that's what's cool about it is like it's a cool ass community of like-minded people, bro. And like I said, like majority of these dudes are my fucking homies. Like this program actually means like a fuck ton to me. And I genuinely put a lot of effort into this program, as well as if you guys meet Owen, if you join the ERT, Owen is like kind of the member success manager. He kind of makes sure that everyone's being held accountable. Everybody's getting what they need, constantly getting feedback from members about what we can improve on, and then we implement it. He's kind of just like the member success guy. Like the amount of effort he puts into this as well, the amount I put into this, the amount all of my coaches, Chris, Caleb, Smits, everyone puts into this program that is involved in running this program is insane. Like this program means everything to us. And obviously you can see from the feedback of the members, like it does to them as well. But yeah. All right, let's get into some Q&A. All right, now they're just saying funny shit in the chat. Y'all have to join to see that though. All right, questions. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked here. Are you gonna give us the spreadsheet? Yes, I will do that right now. Let's do that. What's the best way I go about giving this to you? Let me first make a copy of the spreadsheet. File, make a copy. Boom. All right, I'm going to put this link in the chat right now. Boom. There it is. That's the link to the spreadsheet. Have a heyday. All right. Q&A. What is the youngest age you could start this at? Bro, I mean, realistically, any age. I started doing this shit when I was like 16. So I wouldn't say there's any age limit to it. I have students who are 15, 16, 17. I have students that are 40. Funny story, actually. One of our top students is like 60 years old. It feels weird to call him my student because he's way older than me. But yeah. How to get ads manager? It's literally just Facebook ads manager on Google. Like literally just that. Facebook ads manager. It's not like a software or anything. It's literally just a website. What else? How long will my VIP ticket be valid for? That's actually book your call and then you can talk to them about that. How much is the deposit after tonight? Well, I mean, the bonuses are only offered for tonight. So that's the point of this live stream is you make the decision now or you make the decision never. Oh, why is my chat glitching? Shit is moving so fast. Do you get the Discord after paying? Yes, that's what it is. It's in, we do it in Discord. We do it in Discord. How do I get the payment from the client? So we have like templates inside of the ERT. Well, not templates, but like software, not softwares even either, but like payment processors that we recommend to use. Stripe, WAP, bro, you could even have your client Zelle you, like whatever payment processor you want to use is valid. Once you pay 400, can you pay the rest with the results? So 400 is just to lock your call in, and then from there, so that 400, let me specify this for everyone. Everyone, listen to this. That $400, if you get on the call, and for whatever reason we think you're not a good fit for the ERT, we don't want you inside the ERT, we think you're a talker, not a doer, and for whatever reason, let's say we decline you, that $400 is refundable. As well as if for whatever reason you don't think the ERT is a good fit for you, that $400 deposit is refundable. So that $400 deposit is only to book your call. On that call, you get to talk one-on-one with an onboarding coach and explore more about the ERT, ask any questions, anything. If for whatever reason either you don't think it's a good fit for you or we don't think it's a good fit for you, that $400 is refundable. It's solely just to confirm your spot. Does everyone understand that? That $400 to book your call is just to book your call. On that call, you'll talk more about the ERT. They can answer any questions you have, etc. And then for whatever reason, if we think you're not a good fit for the ERT or you think you're not a good fit for the ERT, that deposit is refundable. Just wanted to specify that. Do I need to put my own money for the irresistible offer? No, the client always pays for the ads. Like we talked about earlier, the client always pays for the ads. I bought it, Brez. W-Mans. We'll see you in the ERT, my boy. How do you make sure they don't dip after you get them the results? Contract. So you send a contract to your client prior. And then they sign that contract, basically agreeing to like a service delivery contract. And then, you know, they're legally entitled to pay you essentially. We have templates for those contracts in the ERT as well. Can you cancel your ERT? Like I said, that $400 deposit is literally just to lock your call in and lock your bonuses in. If you get on the call with your onboarding coach and for whatever reason you think the ERT isn't a good fit for you, or you think, or we think it's a bad fit for you, that deposit is refundable. Is it ERT a monthly subscription? It can be a monthly subscription. So again, we do offer payment plans. If you don't have $4,300 to invest right now, it holy shit, I almost just fucking choked there. We do offer payment plans. So you can get on that call. That's what that call will be for, to go more in depth on what's in the ERT, to answer any of your questions, to go on everything in depth, as well as go over any payment plans if that's what you need, etc. So that link in the chat solely just takes you to where you can make that deposit of $400, and then it'll redirect you to book your call. And then you can get on a call, go more in depth, etc. Can girls join? Of course. We have girls in here. Of course.
Check your Discord DMs.
How do they believe me if I have no proof? So in the end of the day, bro, like, it's all about when you're starting off, like, signing a client is all about kind of implementing an irresistible offer. I saw someone in here in the chat say that they had already signed a client like earlier in the live. I would imagine that was like a friend or family member or something who owned a business that he asked if he could run ads for. I'm sure that they probably said yes. But in the end of the day, like, the biggest thing when you don't have results off the get-go is literally just coming up with an irresistible offer. That could be a free trial. It could be solely just performance-based pay, just something to notify the client essentially on their end that, like, okay, if he doesn't get me results, I don't have to pay him. Like, it's risk-free for them, so they're much more, like, willing to try it out. And then during that trial period where they just want to try it out, you get them the results they're looking for, because you literally are being walked through step by step how to get them those results. And then you're literally just getting them those results, signing a long-term contract, and then you have a client for a long time, you know? So, but yeah, and then as soon as you get that case study, you have case studies to use. So when more clients ask you, hey, can I see some prior results you've gotten? You have results. How do they, what's another one here? How do I collect payments? Again, any sort of payment processor, Stripe, WAP, Square, Zelle even, whatever it is, send to the client pays you, easy. What if they have no ad creatives? I mean, at that point, you just kind of have to guide them on what exactly you need from them. In the end of the day, maybe they don't have any content at all. Might not be a business worth actually running ads for. But, you know, if you can kind of show them examples, for example, if you guys join tonight, you get the swipe file of creatives. You have all those creatives. You can send those to your clients and be like, hey, these are other high performing creatives. Could you make some content similar to this? And then boom. They have some examples of content to make. They make that content, they send it to you, and boom, you have high performing ad content. But you know, if they say, I don't know how to do any of that, might not be a client, which is slim odds, but probably not a client worth working with. How do I build a website? What if they have no website? I mean, again, same kind of situation with that. If they have no website, might not be worth signing as a client, but also you could use any sort of platform like Figma or whatever. We have information in the ERT on how to build a website for a client. You could offer that as another service as well and sell that to your client. Like, for example, charge them $500 to build them a website. Motherfuckers in the ERT are distracting me, bro. Julian said, shit fire, pay it, it's worth it. Chris said, this program is so goated and Brez is such a good mentor. I need him to officiate my wedding. Oh, brother. All right, what else we got for questions?
Do I need a contract? I wouldn't say you need one, bro. Like in the end of the day, if you get people results, they're going to want to pay you because they want to continue to work with you, right? So it's as simple as getting them results and they pay you and they keep paying you. But in the end of the day, you know, it's never a bad idea to have that as extra security. Let me backtrack this slide to summary of everything you guys get, just so you have it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Boom, 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 boom. Where is this slide? All right. Well, it's on 2 slides. But what else y'all got for questions? How does your client send you ads? Oh, literally just like a Google Drive or a Dropbox. That's it. That's all you need. How do I get the money they owe me? Again, any sort of payment processor. You could use Square, Stripe, WAP, Zelle even. Bro, even like Cash App, Venmo, although it's not that professional, but they literally just like send the money to you. Come end of the month or end of the 2 weeks, whatever, however often you guys agree to have him pay you out. Yeah. How do I avoid legal trouble? I mean, there isn't really any legal trouble that's involved. Is Benny on your team? Yes, Benny is part of my team. Benny is the fucking GOAT. How do I avoid legal trouble? I mean, there isn't really any legal trouble like you would have to worry about. Just do good business with your clients. Can I split it with a friend? I mean, we could probably make that happen. That's what that call is for. The link is in the chat to book that call. It's a $400 deposit that is refundable in case we don't think the ERT is a good fit for you or you don't think the ERT is a good fit for you. That $400 deposit that you have to pay to book a call is refundable. So the link is in the chat. With that being said, I guess I don't know why you wouldn't book a call, as well as the fact I literally went live, asked the fucking chat in the ERT, give me an honest opinion on the program, and everyone said it's a fucking W. Why the fuck would you not? But yeah, as soon as you guys book through that, just watch for a text from Benny. He's part of my team. He's the fucking GOAT. He'll take great care of you guys, and I'll see y'all in the ERT. More questions. Can this work for restaurants? 100%, bro. Any and every type of business you could ever think of, you can do this for. Like, that's a client. You can run ads for any and every type of business. Every business always needs to make more money, sign more clients, get more leads, etc. So any and every business can use paid advertisements to allow their business to make more money. Damn, this chat is moving. Brez, do you have a brother? Yes, I have 2 brothers. Random question, but what's a good budget like for your client? I mean, realistically, anything, bro. Like, the more money you're spending, the more spend your ads are gonna get, which is gonna get more data through them. And the faster you can get data and then make decisions and changes based off that data. So for example, scaling up stuff that works, cutting out stuff that doesn't. The more you're spending, the faster you're going to get that data. The less you're spending, the slower. So, you know, if your client has an ad budget of $15 a day, you can do that, but it's just things are going to happen a little slower than if you were spending $50 a day. So in the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. But how many outreaches average to land a client? I mean, I would say for beginners, like maybe 1-200. Kind of random number. I don't really have a statistic on that. Once you get better at doing it, I would say it's pretty realistic. Like in every 100 outreaches you send, maybe sign 1 client. I feel like that's pretty realistic. But as a beginner, maybe like 1-200, maybe less. I've literally seen people sign their first client within their first 10. I just don't want to give you guys a number that like is not that common and then you expect that. I've seen that happen. But I would say like typically maybe 1-200, which you could literally do in a day. We scrape 4 leads in like 2 minutes, and I was going extra slow so you guys could follow along. So imagine you could scrape 100 leads in an hour, and then you can reach out to those 100 leads in another hour. It takes you 2 hours to do all that work, and likely you'll sign a client. How do taxes work? I mean, same way as if you own any other sort of business. You're just a freelancer, so you're just paying taxes on what you make. But don't worry about that right now. Worry about what you need to do to build the skill set to make the money. Then you worry about taxes. Damn, this shit is moving. Mom won't let me spend that much on ERT. Hey, man. Mom, low key. It's because I never knew you had a brother, and Braden is texting to make the call to finalize me joining the ERT. See you there. Thanks for the help, man. Hell yeah, Matthew. Braden will take good care of you. That's my blood brother. He lives out here. But yeah, he's part of my team. We've been working together for a while. He'll take good care of you. Can you please extend the bonus till tomorrow? I'm sorry, my bro. All you got to do is pay a $400 deposit right now to lock in your bonuses. That's it. Could I join the ERT as a 14-year-old? I mean, you could, yeah. Yeah. Where do we receive the payment? I've answered that like 3 times. Anywhere. Stripe, Zelle, WAP, any sort of payment processor like that. Or you could literally use like Zelle, Cash App, Venmo. That's not very professional, but you could. Bro, charging $400 a person, you charge people. Bro, again, the $400 deposit does not get you access to the ERT. It grants you access to lock in your bonuses as well as a call. The ERT is $4,300. We also offer payment plans and financing options. So $400 is to lock in your spot, which is a refundable deposit. If for whatever reason you think the ERT isn't a good fit for you, or we think it's not a good fit for you and we think you're a talker and not a doer, we'll refund you that $400 and you won't get access to the ERT. Or you've already paid $400 and that deposit goes towards your total balance of what you need to pay for the ERT. So the call is solely just a $400 deposit that's refundable, or it applies towards what you pay for the ERT, which again, we offer payment plans and financing for it if you qualify. And that's what that call is for, is to talk about that as well as answer any questions you have about the ERT. What's the $49 we paid, bros? So the $49 was for the VIP ticket, which VIP ticket holders get a exclusive discount. So you get that exclusive discount on that call after you book that call for that $400 deposit. You just got to show me your code of your VIP ticket. How do I track how much revenue I made the client through the ads so I can get a paid commission? Good question. The ads manager automatically does that. It does that for you. So you need results in order to get your first client. No, you do not. I've answered this like 3 times too. You guys are not locked in. When you don't have results, you sign your first client by giving them an irresistible offer, okay? So you could offer them a free trial. You could offer them solely performance-based pay. So basically on their end, the client knows, oh, there's not really any risk involved for me here. So if I agree to this and like it doesn't work out, I don't really lose anything because he's giving me a free trial. So like if we work for a week and it doesn't work out, like I don't lose anything. But if it does, like, hey, I've got a new marketing guy. So that's why they're willing to like agree to that and do that, is because it's risk-free on their end. And that's how you should go about signing your first client, because it makes it very easy to sign a first client when you're giving them a free trial or free performance-based pay, whatever it is in that case scenario. But yeah, very simple, very simple. And then as you get results, say you sign your first client on a free trial, you get him some results, boom, you've got a full-time paying client now. Now you've also got some results you can use as leverage to sign more clients. So you can be like, yeah, this is the client I'm currently running ads for. Here's the results we're getting. I want to do the exact same thing for you, which is going to be your second client, you know? But yeah. shit seems way too simple. I mean, bro, that's all the business model is. Finding clients, outreaching them, signing them, and then running ads for them. It's a marketing. It's freelance brand scaling. Like, it's what you're doing. You're running ads for the business. Mm-hmm. You said that they pay for the ads. What if the ads flop and you're offering a free trial? Do you pay for them then? No. You never pay for the ads for a client. In the end of the day, you know, you're going through a free trial. If you're spending $20 a day and you do it for a week, they lose $140. They ain't going to be too mad over that. It ain't that big of a deal. So for my first campaign, I should do a cold conversion so I can see the results to see what to fix and scale. Yes, exactly. So you'll run a cold conversions campaign. You'll see some of that data from the money that you're spending, and you'll see like what works versus what doesn't, and you'll know what changes to make. So you'll be able to look at your campaign you're running and be like, this specific ad is doing really well. This specific ad isn't doing well. So I'm going to turn off the one that isn't doing well, put more budget in the one that is doing well. And then I'm going to tell my client to make more creatives like this one that is performing well. He can make more, then you can add those in. And you can continuously just keep improving them based off of the data that you get. I paid the $400. It's glitching out on my end. Mods, you want to take care of him? Should have redirected you to a landing page to book your call once you click that link. If we go here, should do this checkout page, and then once you pay this, it'll redirect you. So once you put in whatever payment information, you click join, charges you the $400, and then it should have an option to book a call. So again, there's a link. The link is pinned in chat. You click that, you pay the $400, and then you book your call. It'll automatically take you to book your call. Can you do both forms of payment with one client? Yeah, 100%. Like I said earlier, you can like cross merge them, like slight upfront retainer plus a percentage. So you're guaranteed getting X amount per month, but then you're also getting compensated for when you have a month that performs really well. What are creatives? Like the actual content within the ad. Do we need money to start? I mean, to join the ERT, yes, but to start freelance brand scaling, not realistically. The ERT is just designed, obviously as an investment to then help you fast track your success, give you access to all this course material, as well as all of this course material, as well as the coaching calls, the community, all of these bonuses, everything that, you would ever need to be fast tracked within your success. Can you do this as an illegal, and do you take EBT? All right. L troll, bro. Can I pay the rest of my monthly payment with my profit I make off the ERT? I mean, yeah, we do offer payment plans and as well as financing options. That's exactly what that call is for, is to go over that stuff. Those questions aren't necessarily for me on live. Those are for it when you book the call and then talk with that coach. That's what they're hired to do, hired to help with. And That's what they're there for. So that's what that call is for. After you pay that $400 deposit, you book that call, you get on that call, you talk. All the questions you ever have, they're there to answer them. How long will I stay in the ERT program? So for the first 10 people who join, it's year-long access. Everything else in that is 6-month access to the ERT, which realistically is all you need in order to really build yourself to where you know everything you need to do and don't really need our support necessarily anymore. Will AI take over your job? No, I'm not worried about that at all, my brother. Digital marketing is only becoming more and more and more of a thing. And more businesses are realizing that, as well as social media marketing is becoming more and more of a thing. So like this compared to where it'll be in 5 years, the market will be way bigger and there will be way more of an opportunity to make money. So getting into it now is literally the best time you can, because in 5-10 years, like there will be a lot more opportunity to actually make money with this. It's only continuously a growing business model. Like the demand is becoming more and more and more. Is this video available tonight? No, we'll be removing this off my YouTube. But everything you need from this video times 1,000,000 is in the ERT. Can you still pay to get into the ERT after today with payment plans, just at full price? Yes, you can. How do you know how much money you made them? The ads manager automatically tracks that and it'll tell you, like, you spent $150 on this campaign and you made 500. You know, it tells you exactly word for word. Can we buy the ERT tonight after the live stream is over? Well, yeah, that's exactly what this link is for. You book your call. Again, I'm going to say this one more time. You pay the $400 as a deposit to book your call with an ERT coach. You get on that call with that coach, and that's where you talk about actually joining the ERT. If for whatever reason you don't think it's a good fit for you, or we don't think it's a good fit for you because we think you're a talker and not a doer, we will refund you that $400 deposit. If you join the ERT, that $400 you paid as a deposit will go towards what you're paying for the ERT. And we offer payment plans, we offer financing options on that call, but that's what that call is for, is to talk about that and answer any questions you have. Got a weird feeling this is going to be the turning point in my life. I mean, bro, that's the reality. Is like, I'm very happy for you that you're actually realizing that, because genuinely it can be. And if you're the type of person who tells yourself, like, I have this feeling, like, I'm going to use this feeling to actually fucking do it, like, you can do it. But there's two types of people. There's people like you, where did Dylan? There's people like you, Dylan, who realize that and are going to take this opportunity and make the fucking most of it and do everything they know they need to do. And then there's people who are going to see this opportunity and be like, whatever, I'll do it later. You know, I'm only 20 years old. I got the rest of my life to figure it out. I'm comfortable in college, making no money, partying every weekend, not doing shit. I'm comfortable in my 9-to-5 job where I make $2,000 a month and can barely afford my rent, but I'm comfortable. You know, I'm happy with my life. That's what they tell themselves. But then there's people like you who realize they're worth more than that, and realize they're no different from the people who have done it, and realize like they're capable of doing it, and like they're willing to do the things they know they need to do in order to get there. So I'm happy that you realize that like this can be a turning point in your life, you know? Why did you take $4 instead of 400? All right, Joey. Bro, I'm crying. I'm a talker. I mean, bro, you're conscious of that. So why not make the decision to change that? Like what? Can I not pay the 400? No, because at that point, like, you're a talker, not a doer. Like, how do you know if the sale came from your ad? The ads manager tracks that. It connects to the website and it tracks how many sales like come from the ads that you're running. I gotta piss. You also got a lot of questions though. I'm trying to get through all of them. How do you find ideas on what creatives the client should be making? Check this out. When you join the ERT, we give you a swipe file of winning ad creatives to plug and play for all clients. So you literally have a folder that you can send your clients. Is it cool if I go pee quick, chat, and then come back and answer more questions? Yeah, why is it not free to learn? Bro, what? That is like, no offense, but that is like a really dumb question. Actually, no, you know what? There's no such thing as a dumb question. But in the end of the day, bro, I've spent years of my time learning this stuff, hands-on, doing it myself. And now I've spent tons of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars, as well as an insane amount of fucking time building this program. Why would I like give it away all for free? Like, how does that benefit me? In the end of the day, like, this program, the ERT, is a business, you know? It's me giving you all the information, the whole roadmap that you need in order to achieve the result you want to achieve. You just have to pay for it. It's a mutually beneficial relationship. I make money from doing it, and you get the roadmap, the access, the results you want to achieve. So it's literally as simple as that. Like, this is a business, full transparency. I make money from doing this. Now, I don't make every single dollar that comes through to this program. I have tons of people to pay out. I, have people that work for me under this business, and I put money back into it to make it a better program for you guys. So it's as simple as that, bro. Like, it's a business that I run, and it's a mutually beneficial relationship. You pay the money, I give you the things you need. Where's the spreadsheet? I already put it in the chat before, but I'll put it in there again for you. For those of you who missed it, get ready. All right, it's going in the chat in 3, 2, 1. So you wasted our time by basically forcing us to buy this ERT shit. No one is forcing you to do anything. I'm just telling you the opportunity it's presenting you. Regardless, I just gave you a fuck ton of free information. So how are you going to say I wasted your time? Go do something and actually use this information. How about that? Or like, be willing to take a risk and a bet on yourself. and fucking join the ERT, bro. Nobody's forcing you to, but in the end of the day, like, I'm just laying out the options of what you can do with your life, you know? But regardless, you just got a ton of free information. I literally showed you step by step, like the basics, everything freelance brand scaling. How much is the access originally? $4,800, but you're getting it for $43. And again, we offer payment plans and financing. And again, you only have to pay $400 to confirm your spot as well as confirm your call with my team. And that $400 deposit is refundable if for whatever reason you don't end up joining. What number do I Zelle the $400 to? You don't you don't Zelle me, brother. There's a link at the top pinned in the chat. Click that link and it takes you to this page right here. Whoops. It takes you to this page right here where you pay the $400 and then it'll redirect you to book a call with the team. So you pay the $400 through this. This is the pin link in chat. It takes you here. You pay that, and then it gives you, it redirects you to book a call. Thank you for giving me all the free info, man. I'm going to head out now, though. Hey, I appreciate you coming through, my bro. Now, you have the decision to actually go and use this information, or you have the decision to be a talker and do nothing with it. What are you actually going to do? What are you actually going to do? How do you get the payment from the owner for the ads? Simple, bro. You use a payment processor like WAP, Stripe, Square, anything to collect payments from your clients, or you could literally have them like Zelle you, Cash App you, Venmo you. Not that that's professional, but you could, you know. How do you get the client to pay for the ads? Good question. They'll just have their payment method connected to the ad account and it'll automatically bill them. So they'll have like their credit card on file or whatever on the ad account and it'll automatically bill them. You forgot to go pee? I know, because I don't want you guys to all leave if I go pee. Will the $400 call thingy be available tomorrow? No, it will not. Can I just buy the ERT full price and you're automatically in? I mean, I guess I don't have the link for that, but again, bro, just book that call through that checkout page. You pay that $400, you book that call, and then on that call, you can just pay it in full and get direct access to the ERT. So do that and literally just tell them like, yo, I'm ready to just pay it in full and join right now. And they'll get you set up right away so you can get in right away. If I pay $400, will I be able to get into the community and pay up to $4,300 monthly? Yes, correct. That again, that's exactly what that call is for. If you pay that $400, you book a call with my team and they can discuss any payment plans, payment options with you. And if nothing works for you and for whatever reason you don't want to join, they can refund that $400 deposit. And you can just walk away from that call with all of your money back, and you at least weighed out your options of what it's like to join the ERT, as well as like what the payment options are. So again, how do I refund the call if I decide not to join? That's just, you can talk about that on the call with them. Just say, you know, y'all will decide on that call whether you're joining or not. And then from there, they'll handle that for you. Uh-oh, my chat's, oh, there we go. What if I get offered Bussy for payment? What's Bussy? $4,300 lifetime? Yes, sir. Well, 6-month access, but the first 10 people who join tonight get a year-long access. But yeah, it's just $4,300 one time, and that's a discount. It's usually $4,800. For VIP ticket holders, it's even a little less than $4,300. Y'all act like he ain't just sit here and tell you how to get your clients, how to run ads, and how to make money, and y'all are still complaining. Go make some shit with what he gave you instead of bitching. Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. So it's basically 4,700. No, that 400, basically 4,700 because it's 400 for call, the 4,300 for ERT. No, that $400 that you're paying for that to lock in your bonuses as well as lock in that call. If you join the ERT, that 400, or when you join the ERT during that call, that $400 goes towards your total balance. So that $400 isn't just for the call. That $400 is just to lock in your spot for ERT with the bonuses, with the call, and then that goes towards your total balance. Got my call tomorrow. Let's get to work. Let's fucking get it, Carmine. Carmine? I hope that's how you said it. Carmen? Carmine? Hopefully I didn't butcher that. I'm going to see you in the ERT. Just bought the ERT. W Spirit Motivation, man. W. Let's fucking get it. If I save 5K right now, I'll drop it on the ERT, but I'm completely broke. Is it a good investment? I mean, bro, yes. If you're willing to actually put the work in yourself, I can assure you on my end, we're going to give you everything you need, but you still have to do the work yourself. So yes, if you're someone who's hardworking and you're willing to like do the things you need to do, then yes. But if you're not a hard worker and you're not willing to do the things you need to do, then no. But yes, if you're willing to put the work in, we will give you everything that you need in order to get the result and give you the roadmap of what you need to do. Again, any sort of questions you guys have about anything payment-wise, you book that call with your $400 deposit and anything can be talked about payment-wise on that call with that coach. How do you join ERT once this call ends? Again, the link is pinned in the chat. You go to that link, you pay that $400 deposit, and you book a call with one of my coaches. Then they help you get enrolled in the ERT. That simple. Is the deal up till 12? I mean, the deal is up until, I guess this stream is over. See, bros, thanks for the sauce. Glad you was able to take the time out of your day for this. Yes, sir. Peace out, DJs. Have a good night, Brody. How do you actually fund the ad? Does the actual brand put money into the ads manager? How does it work? Could you also kind of explain the Loom? You didn't really say. Oh, yeah. So with the ads, your client's just going to have a payment method connected to their ad account. Real simple. And then Loom videos is essentially just like we're screen recording a video. It would be just like this, right? Say I have a little presentation to pitch my client. I would just like go through this presentation in a little Loom with my face cam in the corner like this. And then just send that to my prospects. Loom is literally just like a software where you can screen record on laptop, like super easy. You just click a button and it starts recording. And then you can like send that to prospects. So yeah. It's like a whole thing we got in the ERT. We have a whole like outreach. That's part of the whole outreach. I don't have Telegram. What do you need Telegram for? You don't need Telegram. How can you determine the difference whether you're a talker or a doer? I mean, you just do the shit you know you need to do. That simple. I copped the ERT. Shout out to Brez giving us everything we need to succeed. W Max, bro. We'll see you in there, my brother. We'll see you in there, my brother. Can I pay with V-Bucks? Bro, Brez, do you have a Discord server? Yes, the ERT. That's what the ERT is. Again, the link is in the chat to confirm your call, to book your call to join the ERT. I just secured my spot, Brez. W Pablo. Thank you for the info, bro. You're the fucking goat. I'm gonna head out. We'll catch you later, my brother. It's a great opportunity and it's appreciated. Wondering if we need anything for the meeting on our end besides showing up. I got 2 VIP tickets. I got VIP 2 weeks ago and put that deposit in ASAP. Top 10? Yeah, I mean, maybe. I guess you'd have to confirm that with your coach. But essentially, like, expectation for that call is just you can go over any sort of anything to do with payment. You can ask any sort of questions about the ERT. You can literally just kind of whatever. Like, it's just a chill call to go over everything you need to go over before joining. So yeah, I would say just maybe bring like a notebook, just to jot some notes down, just be in like a quiet area, kind of ready to like just start your journey, bro. Other than that, I mean, they'll kind of guide the call for you, but if you have any sort of questions or whatever for them, that's what that's for. And yeah, just got my call book. W Fable, ERT is worth it, y'all. W Thomas. See, that's the thing is I literally screen shared and showed you guys live. Every person in the ERT was saying that it's worth it. So like, I don't know how much more proof I can show you other than like literally asking my students, yo, is this program worth the investment? And all of them saying yes. Like, do I get a full refund if I don't decide to join? Yes, that $400 to book your call is refundable. If for whatever reason we don't think you're a good fit or you don't think it's a good fit for you, that $400 deposit is refundable. Oh, shit. But yeah, again, I don't know how much more legit it can get than literally screen sharing my program's general chat and asking them live, yo, what do y'all think of this program? And every single one of them saying it's a fucking W. ERT is worth it, y'all. Trust. W Leo, man. W Leo, man. This program is fire. W Sidor. See, like, look at how many people are even in the chat saying it, bro. Just secured my spot for the ERT. Thank you for everything, bro. W Julian, bro. I'm gonna see you in there, my brother. I'm gonna see you in there. Secured my spot. W Dylan. I'm gonna see you in there, my brother. I just got in the ERT. W King. See you in there, my brother. Sherbil. Who is Sherbil? Sherbil is one of my coaches. WERT. W Abbas, man. I appreciate it. Sherbil is one of my coaches, bro. That's one of my team members. He a goat. He'll take good care of you. My name is Ignacio, and the ERT is a W for real. W Ignacio. Just made a payment. W check. See, you see all these people willing to make a commitment to themselves, bro. These are the people that are actually willing to like take a bet on themselves, take a risk, like make a change in their life, and it's gonna reflect, bro. Like it's gonna reflect if they're willing to do the things they know they need to do. Like it's going to reflect. Jonathan, just secure my spot. W Jonathan. Yo, I just copped the ERT. W Dylan. Fuck yeah, bro. Excited for this shit. I promise y'all, just use the resources we provide in the ERT. Like use the one-on-one support ticket, because you get a one-on-one support ticket that you can open whenever and text us questions whenever, 24/7. Join the calls, use the support ticket, ask questions, ask for help when you need it, watch all of the course content. Like if you actually use all of the resources, bro, like this investment is very worth it. You just have to do the work yourself and use the resources. Such a genuine person. You deserve everything out of this life. W Bres, W Car Collection. I appreciate it, William. I appreciate it, bro. How much is it for ERT if you have the VIP ticket and Scale 2.0? That's a good question. That's where I would just say book a call and talk about that with your coach on that call. And again, if you decide not to join, that $400 is refundable. So if you pay that $400, hop on the call, join. That $400 goes towards your ERT investment. If you pay that $400, hop on that call, don't decide to join, or we don't let you join, then we'll refund you that $400. Yo, I just joined the ERT. W. Lee, man. WRT, Brav secured my spot. Would appreciate a shout out. W. Mans, bro. W. A boss. I'll see you in there, my bro. What time exactly does the deal end? Once this live is over, my bro. Join while you have the opportunity. So we can get the moon scale operations for free. That's a free bonus we're giving if you join the ERT. That's a bonus we added for a tonight special. All these bonuses you see at the bottom are only things that you get if you join the ERT tonight. Be down as an introverted person? I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, you could cold email, you could cold DM instead of calling, but ideally, I mean, you want to get over that fear of kind of like cold calling. You're still doing it from the comfort of your own home. It's not like you got to meet these people in person. Payment done. W on release. Send the link. The link is pinned in the chat. The link to book your call is pinned in the chat. Again, it's that $400 deposit, and then you book your call through that same link. Once you pay that $400, it'll redirect you. But yeah, that link is in the chat. How much longer are you streaming for? I'm trying to join. Hey, well, the link is in the chat, my brother. Take action. Take action. You should go pee. I'm actually going to go pee. Give me 1 minute, chat. I'll be right back. I'll be super quick, I promise. I'm back. What it do? I'm glad he's helping us change our lives. Hey, I mean, that's the goal, my brother. That's the goal. Brez dog, is that chair uncomfortable? Nah, I mean it's pretty comfortable, to be honest. I think I got this shit from my bro, ignore this. This is water I spilled on myself. I pissed on myself here. No, I'm trolling. I got it from like IKEA. It's actually pretty nice. Way off topic, but no spreadsheet is crazy. I put it in the chat 3 times. Hey, I paid $50 before this live session. Am I in the ERT? No, that was just for a VIP ticket. Now with that VIP ticket, you get an exclusive discount. So again, the link is in the chat to book your call to join the ERT. It's just another $400 deposit to book that call. Right when it dropped, I was in. My name's Miguel, and I'm gonna change my life of those around me. Thanks, Brez, genuinely. Hey, W Miguel, man. W Miguel. Just paid. W Boss Man. Boss Killer Lamage. W Mans. Brez, when I pay the $400, how long will I have access to the ERT program? It's a 6-month program, but the first 10 people who join tonight get a year access. They get an extra 6 months. It's the fastest I've seen someone make money. Probably like 10K in a month. Maybe more, something. It just depends, bro. I don't want to put like unrealistic numbers in your guys' head. I mean, nothing, but on a like not commonly achieved numbers in your head, you know? Like, I want you guys to understand this is like, it's running a real business, bro. Like, you got to do the things that are necessary to run a real business, and running a real business takes time. We never saw the link. The link is pinned in the chat. The link should be there at the top of the chat for you. For the ad management account, is it the client's ad account they use? So you have your own ad account, and then the client has their ad account. They invite you as a staff member to it. So you access their ad account as a staff member of it. What comes after the call? Then you join the ERT. That's what the call is for. You talk about joining the ERT, and then you join. Don't tell me I'll be able to see this no more after today. Unfortunately, I will be taking this off of my YouTube channel. But check out my second YouTube channel, Roaz Brez. I post a bunch of content just like this live stream on there. Only life-changing if you have to pay for it. I mean, facts, bro. Facts. How does making a percentage of sales work? Like, how do you get paid? So the ads manager will track exactly how much money you make, and then you calculate the percentage of that. How does the ads manager track the leads? It tracks exactly how many leads you generate. And then you can charge your client per lead you generate, or you can charge your lead gen client retainer. So you could have X price set per lead. For every lead you generate, you make X amount of dollars. Or you could just charge them a retainer. How to make an automatic payment. So once you collect that first payment from a client, that way you don't have to message my client to pay me all the time. So good question. Through any like payment processor, after you collect that first payment, you can just set it to like reoccur and have it like automatic monthly billing. Crazy to know I will own an SVJ before 21. Hey, my brother, whatever you believe, you can achieve. Do you have to register as a business? No, because essentially you're like a freelancer. So no. Try to join the ERT if I want to help service-based businesses. 100%. That's honestly what majority of people in the ERT are doing, is running ads for service-based businesses. Was a $50 Black Friday deal for. So that was to get a VIP ticket, which gives you an even bigger discount on the ERT. Love you, bros. You gonna head out now. Have a good rest of your night, Chris. Peace out, Chris. Have a good night, bro. Nice tattoo. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. What do I think about saturation? I mean, essentially this business model can never get saturated, bro, because actual proven statistic, like I stated earlier, there's 33 million businesses in the United States alone, and there's not that ever going to be that many freelance brand scalers. So there's always an influx of businesses and never a big enough influx of freelance brand scalers. Who's Jaden Susu? That's one of my team members, my bro. He'll take great care of you. Jaden is one of my team members. Is there any way that you don't have to pay $400? Nope. Unfortunately not. Lost motivation because I can't afford the ERT. I mean, even if you can't afford it, bro, like you learn so much information. Like I literally just gave you the step by step. You can go and do it. You might just run into a little more roadblocks, more errors, more like trials and tribulations, but like that's part of the journey, bro, you know? The ERT is just to help you fast track it. How would I market myself as a brand scaler? Would I have to do that? No, I mean, that's what doing cold outreach is so that you don't have to like necessarily market yourself as a brand scaler, you know? Can we actually do this with joining the ERT? Bro, yes, that's what the ERT is. Like the ERT is a proven roadmap that other people have used to get from point 0 to point 100, and everything has been laid out for them. They just have to, you know, follow the framework and do what they know they need to do and put the work in themselves and make it happen. Did not expect you to still be live, bro. We've been live for 3 hours and 20 minutes. But I think we're gonna wrap it up here. The last thing I want to say is to the 900 people who are left in here, you have the opportunity to make a decision that you're fully conscious is the best decision for yourself, to get the roadmap, to do the things step by step you know you need to do in order to get the result you want to achieve. It just simply comes down to if you want it bad enough. Like, truly, do you want it bad enough? All of these people, where's it at? All of these people, plus many, many more successful members of the ERT. This was just as many as I could fucking fit on here. All of these people are no different than you. No different at all. Like, they simply just took a bet on themselves, took a risk, and made the decision to make it happen. Like, they were willing to put the work in to do it, and they were willing to take a risk and take a bet on themselves and make an investment in themselves. And now they reap the rewards of it. Again, Jose graduated high school, makes $60K a month. Full-time at 19, making $15K a month. 20 years old in college, making $20K a month. $17K a month, just graduated high school, 18 years old. Jaden quit his 9 to 5, bought 2 new cars, makes $20K a month. 20 plus clients, lives in Serbia, one of the poorest countries in the world. Griffin signed 13 clients and now makes $18K a month while still in college. Mason quit his 9 to 5 and consistently makes $10K a month. Like, none of these people are different than you. They solely just took a risk, took a bet on themselves, and were willing to do what they needed to do in order to make it happen. And you can do the exact same thing. You just have to be willing to do the things that they did. Number one, take a risk, take a bet on yourself. And 2, simply follow the roadmap that's provided in the ERT and do the things you know you need to do in order to get there. We literally give you the roadmap of you need to do this, this, and this, so that the vision is clear of what you need to do and you have that mental clarity of what you need to do. You just have to actually do those things. So again, the link is in the chat to pay that $400 deposit, to book your call. On that call, you talk about payment for the ERT as well as you get any questions you have answered about the ERT. If you decide to join, that $400 goes towards that ERT investment. If you decide for whatever reason you don't think it's a good program for you, or we think it's not a good program for you, we'll refund you that $400, said and done. And if not, odds are you're going to get on that call. You're going to be like, I want to join the fucking ERT. We offer payment plans. We offer financing options if you don't have the full $4,300 to invest now. And yeah, I mean, that's really all I got. Now is your opportunity to make a decision that's best for yourself and best for your future, to achieve your goals, to achieve the result you want to achieve. And that's all I got. Link is in the chat. I'll see you guys inside the ERT. I appreciate each and every one of you for coming through. Also, go check out my second YouTube channel. I post a lot of freelance brands. I post only freelance brand scaling content on there. I've been dropping bangers with hella sauce in them. So go and check that out. And yeah, again, appreciate y'all for coming. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Link is in the chat to save your spot. Book your call. And I will see you guys inside of the ERT.